You're listening to the RowdCAST on the RowdCAST Radio Network.
The RowdCAST contains adult languages, adult themes, and adult situations. Viewer discretion is advised.
No! 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 Government man keep calling my house, talking about I owe, harassing my spouse. Gotta park my truck on another block, cause the subprime loan got my ass in hock. Got a couple good friends with helping hands. I need a brand new job with a healthcare plan. They closed the plan, they stole my job and told me crime don't pay unless you ask the mob. So I smoke a little grass, drink a little wine, watch a little too, try to kill a little time. Every single day I fall a little more behind, but I'm paying it no mind, it'll all be fine. I get by, I barely get by, I barely get by. I stay a little high, I ain't gonna lie, I barely get by. I stay a little high, I ain't gonna lie. Party people in the place to be, put your hands in the sky if you're barely getting by. Sounding on to the break of dawn, got to keep the rent paid and the power on. Yes, yes, y'all, and it never stops. I don't trust the government, I don't trust no cops. We dip and we dive and we socialize. We struggle and we strive just to stay alive. I get by, I barely get by. When I finally get home, I can't relax, cause I've been overworked and I've been overtaxed. My bank account's empty, all my cards are maxed, and I ain't looking for no pity, I'm just stating the facts. I voted for some change, and it's kinda strange, now it's all I got in my pocket. I bought a few LEDs, now I'm growing some trees, and it's a sweet fucking hustle, don't knock it. I told y'all before I would break the law to put food in my baby girl's belly, cause the senator man took a bribe in hand and went and shipped my job to New Delhi. I get by, I barely get by, I barely get by. I stay a little high, I ain't gonna lie, I barely get by. I stay a little high, I ain't gonna lie. Party people in the place to be, put your hands in the sky if you're barely getting by. Sounding on to the break of dawn, got to keep the rent paid and the power on. Yes, yes, y'all, and it never stops. I don't trust the government, I don't trust no cops. I dip and I dive and I socialize. I struggle and I strive just to stay alive. I get by, I barely get by, I barely get by. I stay a little high, I ain't gonna lie, I barely get by. I stay a little high, I ain't gonna lie. Got it good.
Yeah, that's a true story in my life. Gotta survive, but I'm barely getting by. You know what I'm saying? What up, Roddy Radloff? This is the RowdCAST 100. Holy shit, I can't believe it. This is a long time in the making. I'm coming up on 3 years. I never thought I'd be here, but I am, and we will do this one more time. And I brought one of my best friends in the whole life. He is my best friend, and he is a strange individual just like me, and he's got some cool stories and he's good conversation. So I thought I'd bring him back to the RowdCAST. What's going on, Hamer? How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing, man?
Excellent, man. Feeling fantastic. Sitting here on a Thursday night, done with work, ready to enjoy the Christmas vacation. I feel like a little kid again. Like school's out. Like I get my break.
Yeah, I'm on break right now too. It's kind of nice,
isn't it? It's like an adult break is like it feels way better than when you're a kid.
Oh, it's
you know.
I was telling you earlier. You're like, "What you been up to?" I'm like, "Not shit. Just sleeping until 11 every day."
Absolutely, dude. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, it gets dark at like 5, so I only get a couple hours. I mean, I work night shifts, so I'm still, I kind of on a day shift pattern.
Yeah, dude, it's been hard to get together to do one of these. It's been a long time since you've been on.
Well, it's crazy. It's been 3 years and 100 episodes, man. That's what's crazy. What's crazy? I mean, what's crazy is it just seems like yesterday. Like when we were watching Tim Kennedy fight, and it was like seemed like yesterday he was fighting Yoel Romero.
Yeah,
and then it was like 2 years go by like it's nothing. It's like what? It's like our big fights are like always like 6 months apart, and those are our big events for the year. It seems like our most fun, anyways. These huge cards, and just waiting on these cards, and we're just letting every day slip by. It feels like. I
agree, man. Life goes by so fast, man. Like
it's creepy, man.
You always heard when you were growing up, it goes by so fast. Just wait till you get older.
What's creepy is the older you get, the faster it goes.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's
like a year ain't shit.
But I mean, people always told you that.
It was one of those things. A year is like an inch.
Whatever.
It's like an inch.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah, with the hours. I mean, your hours go by fast. Your minutes go by faster. You get home, you're like, man, I got like 4 hours.
Go by fast? Monday at work. That never goes by fast.
No, Mondays are the worst. Definitely.
But yeah, thanks for having me on, man. Makes me feel special being a part in 100th episode. It's pretty wild,
dude.
Man.
I couldn't think of anybody else. That's what everybody was like. You got to do something real special. I'm like, real special to me is having you on. You're like my best friend. Fucking, and this we started this.
If you would have said, do something real special, we could have found some DMT or something. Maybe.
Hey, man, the night's young. The night is young. Shit happens. It's Christmas. I always like to get a little crazy during Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
We'll drive around, look at the Christmas lights.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that.
I thought eat some mushrooms, drive around.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Dude, going to the zoo would be cool. Its little zoo has some awesome lights. That would be trippy. That'd be really fun.
You'd feel all bad for seeing the animals confined in their cage.
Probably. I did kind of a little bit, but it was. I mean, I hate zoos. I don't think they're right at all. It doesn't make me sad.
Well, it'd be cooler if they just weren't separated.
Yeah.
And you could actually see the lions take down
in a habitat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how that we seen the wolves, and there's 3 or 4 wolves in there, and they just fed them. They each had a leg of something, and they were all split up eating. It's someone just threw them food. This doesn't feel natural,
Well, all them big safaris and stuff you go to Africa for. I mean, most of those are all high fenced in places, but they're so big that it'd take you a day to drive across it.
Yeah.
But basically, that's what they all are. Everything over there is all fenced in, and then they'll buy, whoever owns it will buy 4 or 5 giraffes, buy a pride of lions, and it's kind of wild over there.
That's pretty crazy. That'd be badass. I remember the one time we talked about on here is they call the money.
Oh yeah, I think we were talking about Cecil.
Yeah, Cecil the lion.
What's funny about that is since that's happened, they've killed over 200 lions in the same spot.
Wow.
And you haven't heard one thing about it.
Nobody cares about those lions. Those lions don't have cool names.
The park had to do it. It wasn't other hunters. The park had to go in there and kill 200 of the lions because they were overpopulated.
So nobody wants to talk about that.
Well, and what's funny is because the whole Cecil thing, no one paid to kill those lions. To where before the Cecil things, the people, if I could afford to go lion hunt, I would in a heartbeat. That'd be, amazing experience.
Yeah.
But it's going to cost you $20,000, $30,000 just to hunt it. That's not airfare, and all the jazz. You got, taxidermy work, licensing fees, gun fees. You're going into, you probably got to get immune shots. It's probably a $40,000 trip. Well, now there's no market over there. No one's going over there just because they don't want to be the next dentist getting blasted on social media.
And you got to be rich, to even be in those lands, though, to even be close,
Well, I mean, I can someday I should be able to afford to go over there, but when you're going after certain things like that, like a lion or an elephant, you're looking at big bucks. Like, I'd like to go over and like shoot a Cape buffalo or something, and you could probably do something for like $12,000.
Wow. Cape buffalo are fucking like vicious, aren't they?
Yeah, they call them Black Death.
They kill more people than like everything, lions and crocodiles, right?
They call me White Death.
Yeah, that's what the deer population calls you, huh?
I've been pretty easy on them this year. Everyone else was pretty hard on them, so I took it easy on them.
But it seems like to me, dude, you're always like you're very successful. Would you say you have a high successful rate?
It's almost 100%.
I would think so.
It's almost 100%, and that's not saying much. I mean, like Ohio, where I hunt, the season, archery season starts the last week of September and goes to the last week of January into the first week of February. So to be unsuccessful, if you put in your time, you're going to be successful. But it's, how successful do you want to be, as far as just trying to fill up your freezer, you're going after particular size deer, there's, whatever goals you're setting in there. But basically, you put in your time, you'll be successful. I mean, even if you spend 2 years messing up, it usually takes people about 3 years before they realize, oh, this isn't for me, and they hang it up. And, I understand.
3 years of missing, like 3 years of not unsuccessful,
being unsuccessful. Like say someone your buddy picks up bow hunting. Yeah. And the thing with a lot of hunters is an ego. They don't want to listen to other hunters, or there's an unwritten ethic code out there, and you don't learn that in 3 years. You learn that's something you basically serve an apprenticeship. And it takes you several years to where you really start to understand the woods. I've been hunting for over 20 years, and I'm just now really getting to where I feel you could drop me off on any part in the globe, and with just with aerial maps, I could pinpoint where the animals are going to travel to where everyone else is just stumbling around trying to figure things out. I can just look at the way the land lays and be like, well, this is how this is, this draw or that ridge line or this, this section of timber is going to affect the way the animals move. And, it's through those years of experience that, you learn your woodsmanship out of it. But it takes,
That's definitely a skill. Understand the wilderness, kind of like know what the fuck you're doing.
Well, it's ingrained in our DNA, and especially deer. That's what caveman were more successful hunting. There was plentiful amount of certain type of a type of deer, an antlered creature. I'm not going to say the elk or the whitetail, because all that's really evolved in the last 10,000 years. But the cavemans. That's what they mainly ate. They would follow before they were even be good hunters, they would follow around wolf packs and scavenge off wolves. But
really,
yeah, and I forget where we were even going, but the reason I'm successful is because it's a year round. It's not just when hunting season starts. That's when I start. No, it never stops for me. I'm always scouting, always trying to find new places. And with today's technology, it's made it easier for everyone to be successful. So deer numbers are falling. And with how should I put it? With the technology, you don't have to harness the amount of woodsmanship as you would 20 years ago when I started hunting. When I started hunting, you were kind of looked down upon for hunting. Now it's like the cool thing to do. Everyone wants to be a hunter. There's too many people that go deer hunting just so they can go to the bar and talk about, you know, just because everyone else in there talking about they shot a deer, so next year they want to go, so they can be in that conversation.
Just even be like they shot at one.
You
know, oh yeah, I seen my two of them shot at.
You will hear stories where people are, oh yeah, you know, they might see a small 8-point buck, but by the time it gets to you, oh, it was this huge deer. And you know, the reason they say this thing is, they want to seem like their ego's getting in there, and they kind of want to seem like an expert. Or, you know, like you'll hear like someone be like, yeah, this you know, big 180-inch buck came in and bed down in front of me for 40 minutes before it got up, started moving away. And yeah, that happens, but it just, like, these people that you hear these stories from aren't very successful year after year. So you kind of like, well, you know, if they're unsuccessful, that's because they're not seeing deer. Now, if you're seeing deer come down and bed down in front of you and you can't do nothing about it, you can't call to them to get them to stand up, to come closer, you know.
Yeah.
It kind of, you know, there's a lot of bullshit out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I don't know, I have a lot of respect and, like, admiration for being able to do that. Like, I think it's really cool. I want to. I know I always say that I'm going to do it. It never happens, but I'd like to try it, you know. I think it would be...
What would be more ideal, especially for a guy like you, like, to get started, you'd be probably even better off to, you know, spend the $1,500, go out to Wyoming where game is plentiful and there's very few. I mean, there's a lot of hunters out there, but I mean, there's so much country.
Your
you know,
success rate's a lot higher.
Just go out there and be a week's vacation,
shooting fish in a barrel.
$1,500. Go out there, shoot an antelope. You know, get to take in the scenery.
Get what you're laying down.
I mean, it'd probably be better than trying to get together every couple weekends to go bow hunt, where I'm trying to, you know, get a buck and then, you know, trying to set you up and teach you, to where it'd be better to probably go do a trip or something. I mean, even if it was like a hog hunt or something, that would be just to get your feet wet.
That'd be real cool. I'd be totally down for that.
Yeah,
man.
It would be cool because I would get to videotape it all.
Yeah, dude. I'm down. If we could, let's make it happen. Let's go on a trip.
And part of my problem is, with there being so many hunters, and, you know, like for me, I'll put out trail cameras and get an idea of the bigger deer that are in the area, so I can pass up some of it makes it passing a smaller deer up. And then each spot I got, I'll have certain deer that, you know, I'll shoot, and the rest of them I'm gonna pass. There's usually about 2 bucks on every farm I hunt that I'm more than likely would probably shoot, and they, like, there's certain techniques you can, you know, I'll try to use, and when you're using trail cameras and you're trying to self-film and everything, that's what, you know, it makes everything a little bit more fun. You know, you can show the history of the deer. You know, you got 1 year picture, you know, you get the second year as he's getting bigger, then his third year, you're like, oh wow, this deer's going to turn into something, and it really takes off. And
yeah, man, I'm definitely down to try, though. I'm definitely down to take a fucking spin, dude.
Yeah, it'll be fun for sure.
Oh yeah, man, we'll fucking.
Well, it just, you know, especially when you go out west, because it's almost like, it wasn't that long ago the Native Americans were running around out there. When you get out in Montana, it's, you know, the wagon tracks from Custer are still in the soil.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you really feel it, and you feel like, you know, the explorer in you. There's a little bit of explorer in all of us, and you just gotta get in the right environment to want to press you over the next hill just to see what's there.
Yeah. It's amazing, bro. I'm baked, man.
I can hear it in your voice.
I'm fucking baked. But something that I wanted to show you, pretty crazy. This is how my brain works.
Did
you see this before? This guy, he robbed this cartel And then he fucking posted it on Facebook. Like posing with it. Well, they fucking found him. Now they sent his family this video of him that said they have like 2 days to pay the money or they're gonna fucking kill him.
Let's check this shit out. Oh man, they beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whipping
man.
him. This is pretty graphic. This is pretty brutal. Yeah, they're whipping him. He's laying on a bed with his hands behind his back. Now they grab the cord, the extension cord, put it around his neck, stepping on the back of his head, trying to kill him. Trying to kill the motherfucker almost. Bleeding, his face is sticking to the pillow.
It's how they cut your throat like that with that cord. His throat sliced.
Oh, yeah, he's
Kill him,
bleeding.
dude. Yeah, they just slit his throat with that. Probably didn't cut the jugular vein, but his throat's wide open. Why the fuck's he speaking in English? These motherfuckers don't speak English.
That shit that is weird.
They're just doing this for a fucking YouTube video.
It could be fake. Nowadays,
I mean, they really beat the fuck out of this dude, but they don't look American or like they're in any kind of English-speaking country.
not at all. That's kind of brutal, dude. Brutal.
It's a fucking twisted world out there.
Yeah,
dude.
did you see this kid that fucking hit the old lady in the back of the head?
No, I haven't.
Oh, Jesus. Fucking ridiculous, dude. This fucking old lady and this kid are standing at this checkout line. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's just getting his change back. He's just getting his change. Some like young kid, man. Some little punk. Watch this shit.
Ginger fucker. Dude, that dude should be...
No shit, dude.
You should just kill that dude.
Dude, yeah, that's how I feel. Dude, she hit her.
No, he hit her and then...
She hit her head.
No, he hit her, leaned back, the lady gave him his change, put it in his pocket, then he walks out like a gangster. Some little nerdy fucker wearing some gay fucking sweater, his faggoty little jeans.
I don't understand how you could do that to somebody, dude. That is so fucked up.
It's these suburban punks, dude. Their parents don't pay no attention to them, and they trying, they're fucking they're weird fuckers that shoot up schools and shit, man. That's what that
Definitely.
fucking is. You don't hit a fucking old lady like that.
Not even
Dude,
like it's like a sucker punch, dude. Like that's like
I mean, that's one of the creepiest things I've ever seen.
it is
dude.
creepy. It's real fucking creepy.
What's creepy is like he turns around and gets his change like it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
one of them. What the fuck's it called when you don't feel anything? Like no remorse after
Yeah,
doing shit.
sociopath. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the kind of kids you just make bite the fucking curb.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Just to kind of take it back out back like old Yeller.
You go to
Put a
jail.
thing like that
What you
ain't a
in
kid.
for? I killed this kid that punched an old lady.
Yeah, they're like that ain't a kid. I don't know what that demon is, but I just killed it. I put
Remember
a bullet in its
the
fucking
show
head.
Problem Child? You remember that show when we were younger?
What show?
Problem Child had like John Richter in it, or
Yeah.
the little redheaded punk.
No,
like
the fucking
possessed.
Problem Child. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I used to
Problem
watch that show like fucking. That was a movie.
That's
like
what he grew up
when you
into,
had a
was that
movie.
fucking
You know,
kid.
like every kid had a movie you watched like fucking 20 times a
Yeah.
day for like a year.
Yeah.
Mine was
When I
Problem
finally started
Child.
playing it on USA, you're
Yeah.
like, oh my god! And then
Yep.
they'd bleep
Yep.
out like when
Yep.
you'd say like your like
Play
because
the
your favorite
marathon.
parts is like when
Problem
the kid
Child
swears.
marathon every weekend.
Yeah, they got a little.
yeah.
They got a little weird at the end though. Like after Problem Child 3, I think they made a couple more, and they.
He started to get a little too old and get a little weird.
Well, I think the little girl had a couple or some shit.
Really?
Remember the little girl in 3?
Yeah,
I think she was like in like 4, and then like
really.
straight to DVD 5.
Yeah. A lot of movies go straight to DVD.
A lot of good ones
Nowadays.
actually.
Yeah, there are.
It's actually kind of weird.
There are some fucking.
It kind of
good ones.
bums me out that all these westerns go right to DVD, and then like I've actually watched a couple and they turned out to be all right, but they're like the B movies. It's like, oh fuck, you're like 30 seconds into it and you're turning it off.
Dude, I remember like the old 80s movies and stuff. Those were fucking awesome. Like, like the old horror movies and shit. I love them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many movies I go back and watch, and they totally don't hold up. It's like, oh man.
You see, they made a Friday the 13th video game. It's a multiplayer. You run around. Somebody's Jason, and the rest are
I
all
think
kids.
I've seen that.
Looks pretty badass. I don't know, dude. The Xbox, the games are getting so crazy. Like, there's so much to them. They're so, like, I don't know, awesome. They're fucking sweet. I had to talk to you about your Fox. Mr. 3 Lunatics was asking about it. He seen your picture of your Fox, and he was asking about, like, what is it like, man, raising a fox? And you
crazy, dude.
Because you haven't been on here since you had the fox.
No, it's been fucking forever since I've been on here.
You're an owner. You're a fox daddy.
He's well, I don't even know where to start. I'll just start from the beginning. I bought him from a breeder. Where we live, you have to have a permit. There was back in the day, you could basically own any kind of animal without a permit. Then there was some scenario happened. Supposedly this dude let all his animals go and killed himself. But I've heard other stories that point the other direction. Something else happened. But all these animals, panthers, cougars, bears, monkeys, all these fucking animals got, lions and shit were all loose. And so after that, you had to get a permit. So permit wasn't too hard to get. But took me like, I don't know, it was like a 5.5 hour drive to the breeder. And like the breeders have to have a USDA breeder's permit or some shit like that. And so basically, so you're not out there, snatching up foxes and then, putting them in captivity, breeding them, and making money off of them. That's no different than catching fish and selling fish without a commercial license. It's basically just the way the government get their end of the bargain.
Definitely.
And permit wasn't expensive or anything. So I got this little dude, and I kind of, when I was younger, we'd always have like, we'd find little litters of like raccoons and stuff that would be abandoned, and we'd bottle feed them and stuff. And this guy, he highly recommended that if I had experience to bottle feed them for the last week. And so of course I'm a guy, and someone asks you if you ever done something. Oh yeah, I've done that. And I knew, he had kind of explained to me, the scenario, what you got to do. And I'm like, yeah, I got it. And I knew if I was going to have any trouble with it, I could ask my dad. My dad's, he's bottle fed all kinds of animals through his life. So, I knew I was good there. But when my one buddy went to go get him with me, we get there, and they got a little tub, a little storage container, a little Rubbermaid tub with some red fox pups in their kits is actually what they're called. And I knew they were red fox right away, and they were...
Babies are called kits?
Yeah, they call them kits. They don't call them pups, they call them kits.
Did not know that.
And
so they have a litter of kits?
Yeah.
Is that what you consider it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
learned something new here.
So I seen the red fox, and I'm like, where's the gray foxes at? She's like, I got them in the house. I'm gonna go get them. So she goes and gets them, and she comes back a couple minutes later, and she doesn't have anything in her hands. So I'm thinking, like, what the heck? Well, she's got like this little, kind of like little Indiana Jones satchel. And she reaches down the satchel and pulls this guy out. He's literally no bigger than...
In a satchel, like around her arm? Like
over her shoulder.
Yeah, it looked like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, but it was like...
fox out of it?
Yeah, like...
What the fuck?
Well, it was even smaller. It was almost like a purse kind of thing, but it was obviously made for animals.
Black magic woman? What the fuck kind of... Pulling animals out of a satchel?
So she pulls this little guy out, and like when I seen the size of him, I'm like, oh my god, he's so small. Like, he was just a little bit bigger in my hand, and she, I fell in love with him instantly. He looked like he could barely see. He was totally gray, like a charcoalish color, and it was just, he didn't even look like a fox. Like it was very, very weird looking. So, we load up and we're driving back and everything, and I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, there's no way this guy's gonna make it a week. Like I have no parenting skills. I never, we had dogs. My dad bred coon hounds and everything, so we always had puppies and stuff like that. But it just seemed so much different. And basically because there's going to be a bond with this. With the hunting dogs, it really wasn't so much of a bond. And so we get them home. We got to I got a bottle, feed them for like 7 to 10 days. And then, start them on, soaking his
real
food.
Baby.
Yeah. So every couple hours, I got to get up and bottle feed this little dude. And he lets you know when he's ready for a bottle. Because I got him in a little storage container, with some bedding, a little heating pad in there. And, he would just start when it was time to eat. So then, I'd give him I was feeding him like 4 times a day. And then... So
it's like a cat dog.
It kind of.
Yeah.
But then I had to go back to work after being like 3 days with him. So my buddy was babysitting him basically. So I'm going over to my buddies. I got him in a little carrier. I got pre-made bottles. I got little things of food for him. I got this and got like a toy for it. So it's like I'm dropping off my baby at a babysitter. And like, I'm sitting there like I didn't want to leave him. Like it's like I'm so nervous. Like that first night was horrifying. But we got through the bottle feeding. It was like 2 weeks in. I'm like I can't believe it. I think I did it. Like this little guy's gonna make it. And for the around week 7 or 8, that's in like I'm on a group in Facebook. Pet fox owners or whatever. And you would see it around week 7 or 8, they would just go crazy. Like you couldn't keep up with them. It was kind of settling in that you own a fox, that you have a pet fox, that there goes your vacations because you can't drop them off at a boarding place. Not too many people are like, hey, you want to watch my pet fox this week?
Yeah, like
not too many people. Yeah, exactly. So that kind of settles in around week 7 or 8 as they're kind of spazzing out on you.
Yeah.
And, I went through that, and it's like, I wasn't thinking about giving them away, but it was like, what the fuck did I do, dude? How much weed were you fucking smoking when you came up with this idea of getting a pet fox?
It. Yeah.
And,
I would be too.
I was kind of freaked out about it, but he wasn't hard to litter train. He,
picked it up pretty easily.
Picked it up real quick.
Yeah.
He's little. After he went through puberty and I had him fixed,
Does he shit on the toilet like the thing in Meet the Fuckers or whatever?
No. There's people that train them to.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That is great. They put like a.
They put like a little litter box
underneath it, and then
they figure it out.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, he will shit in the litter box, no problem. But he wants to kind of hock his leg up, and half goes in the litter box, half doesn't. And then the person that lived in my house before, I think their dog pissed on the carpet there a bunch, so he wants to piss there. But overall,
Markin's territory,
something like that. But what, I need to get closer?
Yeah, I gotta get a little bit closer.
Fuck you, whoever just texted Rowdy and told me to get closer, motherfucker. I'm seeing red lights. That's too fucking
prime
close.
Time. He's putting in prime time.
That
mic's kind of weak.
Who the fuck was that?
Iron Man.
Fuck you, Iron Man.
He said, "Fuck you." He's gonna tell a story how he wants to tell a story, I guess.
All right. Well, anyways, so we get over that hump, and you see on Facebook, everyone weeks 8, they're giving their fox away. Oh, I'm trying to rehome my fox. Trying to rehome my fox, and I got through that hump. And everything was cool for the longest time, cutest little dude in the world. Then he hit puberty and just started pissing everywhere. Motherfucker's pissing on the pot of coffee. I caught him pissing in a glass of apple cider I had one day. So it made me think how much fox piss I actually drank before I realized he had the ability to piss in your drink. So if something smelled funny, he would piss on it. Like if you dropped a dryer sheet, like as you're doing your laundry, he'd run over and piss on it.
You drink fucking lots of fox piss.
Hey man,
it happened.
Shit happened.
Any fox turds? Not that you know of.
What the fuck is Kurt saying? Fuck you, Kurt.
He says, take the dick out of his mouth. Don't let the cocksucker tell you. Well, I don't know what he's saying. Who knows?
Yeah, we're not a fucking type. Fucking retard. I'm not high enough to twist one and talk, but so you're fucking stupid, dude. Fucking can you block people from listening to this shit? Just block his fucking ass.
I'll fucking send a block.
Anyways, this little cocksucker, he's pissing everywhere. I get called to a job, and it's a 12-hour gig, and I got a kennel built that we thought was pretty sturdy, and so I tell my dad I'm going to leave him outside. This first time outside all night long while I go to work. Normally I would just let him run around the house. He was pretty cool until he started pissing on everything. So I get home from work, and usually when you pull in the driveway, like he'd be looking at you through the window. So I figured he'd come running to the cage of the kennel. He doesn't come running to the cage, and I notice the motherfucker's locked. So I go run inside, thinking maybe my dad took him inside or some shit. Motherfucker's gone. So my dad calls all the neighbors.
Crazy.
We're everywhere looking for him. And at this point, I've been up for like 24 hours, and I looked for him till about noon that day. And then I'm like, dude, I gotta get some sleep or something. I tried sleeping. Every time I like hear like a bird chirp outside, I go run in the window thinking it was like him or some shit. So I go look for him some more. It gets dark. I get one of my fox collars and a flashlight. Go out, try calling them in, nothing. We set a bunch of raccoon traps, the live box traps, and the motherfucker, like I could see where he came in, and it looked like he ate some of the marshmallows, but I couldn't, like there was still a couple marshmallows there, but it seemed like a couple of them were gone. And I go in, it's 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like, well, I'm going to call off to search. I'm sitting there, and like I thought I heard something like hit the vinyl siding, like nail scratching it. And I whipped to the window.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, dude, you got to quit doing this to yourself, dude. He's fucking gone. My dad told me the whole time, he's like, look, we raised wild ones when you were a kid. You don't remember. He's like, but they got loose all the time. And they would just hang out, 50 yards behind the house and everything. He's like, in a gray fox, they even have a smaller home range. He's like, he ain't got, 100-yard circle is about as far as he's going to go. And I look over to the window, and I see his little ears poking up where he's trying to jump in through the kitchen window.
Came home, I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, motherfucker comes home.
You think he'd be gone.
Yeah, I thought he was gone, it sucked. But overall, now everything's been pretty cool. He's chilled back out. There was a little while, we got some, you could have probably called the police and domestic disturbance. He would, and got really aggressive there for a while. Couldn't figure out why, but he's toned it back down to where, nothing I can't handle. But he's got a lot of cat features, dog features, but he's a fox, and it's a wild fucking animal, and it's still, I still haven't really wrapped my head around the fact that I got a wild fucking animal that I live with.
Well, no, that's amazing. I mean, it's like, to me, I think it's so cool, but it's like, it'd be so scary, like freaking out. I don't even know, Well,
I never was like a dog cat person. I always had like, lizards, ferrets, weird pets. And I was, kind of looking for the companionship of a dog, but I never really don't, I'm not really a dog person, nothing against dogs. There's some dogs that I like for sure, but originally it was like I should get a wolf. People would be like, oh man, there goes Hamer and his fucking wolf, man, that's badass. But my house is little, my truck is little, and the wolves are fucking big. And I'm like, I should get a fox. And I'm like, where the fuck would I get a fox? So I was thinking,
went to the internet.
Yeah, my first thought was like a fox farm where they just raise fox to kill them for the fur. And then I'm like, dude, just type it in the internet, pet fox, dude. And it was like, holy shit, this is a thing. Like, they got, like, the red fox, they got crazy breeds where they're, like, color phases, and it's wild.
And that's so sweet. So how long has it been? How long have you owned him?
I got him in April, so it's like, what, 9 months or something? 8 months, 9 months?
That's fucking...
And he's a gray fox, and, like, you commonly see, like, red fox. I've only seen, like, one gray fox in the wild. I've trapped a couple, got lucky.
Can you sell their pelts or their skins?
Yeah. Well, everyone was asking me, what the fuck you going to do with a pet fox? Or what the fuck you going to do with a fox? I'm like, it's either going to be a badass pet or a badass hat. And I haven't had to make them into a hat yet.
He's got to die sometime, then you're going to stuff him and have a badass pet. Dude, that thing lived with me.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
what?
sure. I'm like, because...
What? Like, you're crazy.
Part of me thinks, like, I could get him mounted, but a part of me thinking, like, the taxidermist cutting his body up and shit like that, like, kind of... You know, fuck that. I'd rather just bury them somewhere sacred.
Fucking crazy.
But,
dude.
Yeah. In the gray fox, they, the guy I bought mine from, he's old dude. You know, he said he's always had foxes since he was a kid. He's had river otters in his house. He's, you know, had all kinds of crazy pets. In his opinion, skunks and gray fox are the two wild animals that make the best house pets. And the dude's chill, man. He's, I mean, he gets into some shit for sure, but he's no worse than anyone's dog or anything like that. I mean, you know, he'll come to you when he's ready to be pet, you know, to where like a cat kind of, you know, they don't want to be fucked with all the time, you know, and then like he comes right to you like, hey, pet me now, motherfucker.
It's amazing, dude. I remember, dude, when I've seen him, it's fucking awesome. He's cool as fuck.
He's fucking something else, dude. He's got a personality of his own, that's for sure.
Dude, I wanted to show you this fucking shit. This Russian fisherman, he became this like instant sensation that people found his Twitter, and he's a deep sea fisherman.
Okay.
And he catches all these weird fucking creatures out there in the fucking cold waters and shit. And the shit looks like something from a different planet. I don't know
it
if
is
this
a different planet.
I don't know
there,
if this
dude.
is 100%
How do you know that's
real,
not just
some of
another
this shit looks
dimension
fake.
down there?
Just wait.
I mean, you
this
can't
shit.
breathe in there. You can't breathe in outer
What is
space.
shit? No, this isn't it. I've seen this before. This is called it's called a mollusk, or it's something. There's a name for it.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of sea urchin looking motherfucking thing.
It looks like an alien. Like that's what aliens look like in a
Oh, for sure.
But this isn't what I was looking
Well, dude, think about some of them fucking parasites that are out there that can, like, jack a grasshopper, like, infect its brain, talk it into committing suicide, like the grasshopper drowns itself, and then these things are
Look at
like...
this thing. This is the thing.
That's
These are the
fucking,
things.
That's something right out of a fucking
horror
alien movie.
Yeah. That isn't
That's an alien, dude. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Yeah,
Look at that thing.
yeah.
That's a fucking alien.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's some kind of cool shark, but the other things were like aliens.
Look, dude, there's some more shit. Wait till I hope they show.
Yeah. These are little aliens. These little transparent things.
You can see through them. They're like glowing and shit.
Yeah. That's crazy. Look at them eyes.
Yeah. Some creepy shit, dude.
Cool fucking starfish, man.
Like a purple and blue. Looks like something Grateful Dead made. Yeah, that thing looks kind of creepy. Looks like it's
what's
meant to
creepy
kill.
is those things been
Look at
around
that
for
thing.
millions and
What
millions
the
and millions
fuck?
of years in
Kinda
that same form. They're done evolving. They like hit the peak.
Fuck, I mean, dude, when
That's a bottom feeder sucker looking thing, but like, what the fuck? This is crazy.
Thing. No
That's like
shit.
a deep sea barracuda looking motherfucker.
Black is fucking death.
That looks like your dick right there, Rowdy,
It does.
with all those warts on it and shit.
That is actually exactly what my dick looks like. Big old fucking bunch of horny fucking pieces of skin coming off it. Little skin tags. That wasn't even the best one, though. There was one. When I found that article, it was this one. It's just like the thing. It looked like a squid with a mouth and eyes. It was like the head was tilted back. It looked like a fucking alien, dude. It looked so fake. But then I seen all that shit. I was like, this shit could really be real. I believe it.
Dude, there's shit out there we don't even know it. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Like,
yeah.
Dude, they got dolphins that swim around in the rainforest when it floods. There's these river dolphins. They're basically blind. Yeah, there's these river dolphins. And then, like, during the wet season, some fucking part of the rainforest,
where do they go? Like back into the ground or something?
No, the water rises 30 feet on the forest floor. So basically these rivers flood over to where they can go swimming around through the fucking rainforest hunting shit. It's fucking wild.
Dude. One thing that creeps me out is fucking alligators, dude. When we went to the fucking zoo.
I've never seen one, dude. I mean, like zoos, I've seen them in shit.
But I'm saying like in the wild. No, I don't know about
dude,
that.
I want to go hunt one.
But dude, like in the zoo, that's like their fucking their masterpiece. Like in the whole zoo, other than their like gorillas, I'm sure.
They got like fucking albino ones.
Yeah,
and
no,
shit.
it's not an albino. It's just big. It's like a fucking 15-foot, 14-foot fucking behemoth, dude, that just fucking swims through the water, dude. This thing's fucking a dinosaur. It's like Jurassic Park, dude. This thing gets out. That's what I was just like sitting there, like that's how fucked up I am. I'm just sitting there with my kid, my baby, and I'm thinking, what if this fucking thing somehow just like broke all these little kids and all this like people broke through this glass,
That's
dude,
Steve
and just
Irwin,
fucking
that motherfucker.
started eating people, dude. Because this thing is a fucking. This is what nightmares are made of. Like if you're like. That's cool as fuck when you're a kid, but dude, that is like in real life. That's what
why kids thinks there's like monsters under their bed and shit because it's in our DNA.
Like
I mean, go back 300 years. We dealt with fucking lions coming in our camps and fucking walking along the creek and a fucking giant gator.
Gators, fuck all kinds of like fucking water buffalo, whatever you said. That shit, things you wouldn't even think of fucking come and attack you, dude. Like some fucking wild buffalo, you get too close, it's nasty. You're out fucking looking for mushrooms, dude. And it attacks you. You're like, what the fuck, dude? And next thing you know, the thing killed you. You got killed by a water buffalo, you know.
Well, you had to kill shit with sticks back then.
But that shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah,
we were just talking about.
Well, it's common as fuck, but. I mean, the modern gun hasn't been around since, the 1800s. A good repeating rifle, reliable, before it was just a single shot bullshit before that. I mean, and before that, you're killing shit with fucking sticks. I mean, it's not that long ago. Of course, like, what do you think about this shit? Was that fake as fuck or what?
It looked real fake, didn't it? That's how I was going to
I've seen different angles of the photography and shit.
This Russian ambassador getting shot in this art gallery by this guy.
Yeah.
That says he represents ISIS, or no, don't forget Syria or Aleppo. But dude, when the guy got shot, I mean, no joke. Yeah. No blood, he just like grabbed himself. It looked like the fakest play I've ever seen in my life.
It looked fake as fuck.
And he just fell backwards, and he's like, arms are sprawled out, like.
Well, I seen another angle where like you see people running, and then you see like three people like standing there like perfectly still, like they're instructing motherfuckers what to do and shit. But I did see a picture where like the drywall was shot up, and there's a bunch of blood all over this dude. But I mean, that's not hard to do either. It's just this should be like a crime against humanity to produce fake news like this. I mean, propaganda is that's what leads you into wars.
Yeah.
I mean, that's number one thing to get people behind you. Let's blow up a couple towers and kill a handful of Americans, and then we can go take over the Middle East.
Yeah, did you see that thing that they released? There was the guy that interrogated Saddam Hussein. He's releasing a book.
No, I thought I seen something about Saddam in the news, but I didn't.
Anyways, this guy said, this is the guy that when they brought him to us, or when we caught him, this is the guy they brought in. He interrogated him, found out everything he knew, blah blah, before they put him on trial. And he said that he never had weapons of mass destruction. He never would ever poison his own people. He was like he was no threat to anybody around him, and that George Bush Sr. had a vendetta with him, and his son was going to fulfill that vendetta. And that is like, it made you like all the shit I ever learned about Saddam Hussein. It was just like this. It's really weird, man. It's kind of creepy, and maybe he's telling the truth.
Well, the thing about Saddam is he's basically the same type of person as Osama, which basically they worked for the government. They worked for the CIA or whoever the fuck they worked for, and they're America's the one that put them in power. Okay, and then when they quit playing ball is when they became the enemy. And that's all that shit was. I mean, they knew there was no fucking weapons of mass destruction over there. I mean, it's just total propaganda. I mean, whether or not he was an evil person, I'm kind of leaning probably more towards he was, but
seems that way. With you know about his sons and stuff.
I mean, if that shit's accurate, they they were the fucking spawn of the devil.
Yeah, for real. You know you ever heard the thing where when like he first took the power, he like they were I think they overthrew the government, did they?
I'm
when
not
Saddam somehow when he became elected, he had everybody meet inside this like theater, and everybody sat there, and he went up on stage and he started reading names, and these were names that were against him, and people would come down, these guards would walk down the fucking aisle and grab the people out of their seats, take them out back and kill them, and they were like holding the people
Rome style.
Leave. Yeah, the people couldn't leave. Fucking, and they said he was like obsessed with the Godfather. That
was it, the Godfather or Scarface?
His Godfather. He was obsessed with the Godfather, and he and like even just all American, I think, gangster films, but Godfather especially. But yeah, his sons, they said to like feed girls to dogs and fucking rape them. And
yeah, they would like go to like watch school, let out, and then like grab up a 13-year-old girl, and then go pay the dad, like give him a gold bar, and be like, "Hey, here's your daughter. I just ruined her."
It's fucked up, man.
Or go get like a bride just married. I'm like, well, sorry, homie. I'm sticking it to her first. You can have her afterwards.
Here's a couple more gold coins. Yeah, man.
The world's fucking twisted, man. People are fucking twisted.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
It's crazy, dude.
Then I seen this. Fucking off the coast of Hilton Head, dude. 3,000-pound great white. Fucking a couple days ago. You know when it gets cold this time of year, they find them sometimes in the East Coast. They like migrate down. You ever heard of that?
Don't surprise me. Yeah. I guess there's all kinds of them, like just off the shore of like California, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Like
waiting for the fucking water to come.
Dude, I mean, you going out there with fucking sharks, dude. Like, fuck that.
Can you imagine that? When California goes underwater, you're going to have great whites swimming through the city, fucking eating people.
It'd be awesome, dude.
You fucking can't go.
Dude, I thought it was going to happen. I was checking the weather the other day because we were supposed to have that big weather, winter storm. And there was earthquakes going off in Mexico and all, like, down along South America. I'm like, what? And, like, so I'm clicking on them. They're like 6.0s, 4.0s. And I'm like, here it comes. I'm just sitting there waiting for California to break off and be like, Maynard was right.
It's going to happen, dude.
Learn to swim, motherfuckers.
Yep. It's going to happen, dude.
I can't wait. Honestly. Fuck this, dude. I'd rather be in chaos.
Yeah, you would, too. That's how I always say. Shit goes down, zombie apocalypse, or anything goes down. Bringing my family with you, bro.
Funny thing is, people say that, and my response is, I'm already gonna be gone.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Good luck.
Yeah,
I'll
leave
you a map.
Weapons. Leave some weapons for me, dude. Please, leave me something in a stash spot. Seriously, we'll talk after the show. You gotta leave me some kind of stockpile.
A Fallout map.
A couple grenades and a fucking handgun or something.
Grenades would be fucking awesome to have. Just to play with.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the final.
I mean, in
case shit gets too drastic, dude, I'm pulling the pins.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the grenades are for.
Running into a crowd with a vest of grenades, pull all the pins at once.
Yeah. Dude. That's what, if you fucking pray to the...
Dude, I don't want to...
Allah. If you pray to Allah, you're getting fucking phone calls. He didn't even turn his phone off for the fucking podcast.
That, dude. No one ever calls me.
God damn it. He's got to ruin the fucking RowdCAST. Way to be with your fucking phone, even though some people have been texting me the fucking
Dude, you've been fucking, you're not even paying attention half the time. You got, got this going, that going, this going, that going, and you're just going, yeah, that's interesting. All right, sounds good.
all right. Back to the RowdCAST.
I forget what fucking movie it was, but they go on the fucking radio station, and he's all... Like, it might have been Wayne's World or something. Like, well, all right, what are you doing? Wayne stock. All right. He's like, you literally aren't listening. Oh, that sounds great, guys. I really like what you're doing. He's like, I have a mega boner right now. Like, that sounds really nice, guys. Well, here we are, some foreigner.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, that was you, motherfucker. I'm like, this motherfucker.
No, bro, I'm listening to
He's
you.
a shitty host.
I'm listening to everything.
I don't know how the fuck he made it to 100th episode. I figured they would ban this shit.
I'm surprised with some of the shit I've had on here. I'm really, really surprised that I'm still able to do this. It's awesome, though. Like I always say, that's what $19.99 pays every month. Pay the bills. I need to get some sponsors up in this bitch. I got to give a shout out.
Trying to sell out, huh?
I got to give a shout out to my homie, 3 Lunatics, paying me straight cash money, bitch.
Yeah, I seen the check.
Yeah, I'm getting those $25 checks, bro. Fucking on the map now. So if you guys want to fucking, advertise on this shit, let me know. Snooties, I'm looking at you. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying?
That cheap motherfucker, I can't even get fucking a free sandwich off him.
Dude, they give me free shit all the time, bro. They must not like
you. Fucking talk about them. Yeah,
there you go. Me. That's why, yep. I give them the shout out. You gotta bring the podcast back, dude, and give them a shout out. Might get some free barbecue. Shit is the bomb. Snooty's Barbecue, State Route 113. Or no, it's Route 4 and...
Yeah, Route 4.
Route 4 and Port. What's Portland? I don't even know, but they're out there at that Strawberry Hill Market. It used to be...
Just I used to buy beer. Turnpike.
Where I used to buy beer when I was underage.
It's a weird place now, man.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it is. It's a little different these days. Bellevue's different these days, man.
Yeah, everyone's dead.
Shit, it is. We're out of control, man, ain't it? It's amazing. It's like, to me, it's every day, almost every day, probably at least 4 or 5 times a day, I come into contact with, read something, hear something, or see something that is someone that died from heroin overdose, drug overdose. Like, every family, every person has been affected in this area. Like, it's bad, you know?
What I kind of think it is, like, I mean, the reason why people just don't give a fuck and they just keep on going and going, it's like everything's been done. Like, the American dream's really not even there. And, like, the lack of imagination and setting goals, like, they just... I don't know. I think they just feel like everything's already been done. There's no purpose in even trying to accomplish anything in this world. Excuse me.
You're okay, man. You can cough all you fucking want. I don't know. It's really hard to be original now.
Fuck yeah.
Everything's a remake. Everything's a book, a fucking movie that turned into a TV show. Like, what? Like, yeah. I don't get that. Like,
it's the almighty dollar, man.
Yeah.
If they can sell a couple commercials or a couple ads for a couple seasons, they're good.
The best is when they come out with this shit. I think Harry Potter did it. Like, they were one of the big ones to first start doing it. Where they come out with it's like, okay, it's a trilogy of books, but the third book is going to be split into 2 movies. Because there's too much stuff in there. But it's the same size book as all the other books. It's like, no, you're just fucking spreading it out. You're milking it out to make more money off of the fucking series. Like, it should be just, why do you have to make 2 movies out of it? Because it's so big. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's all a money thing. Everything's fucking money, though.
Yeah, the almighty dollar, man.
Everything's fucking money. It's bullshit, dude.
I wish we were fucking still dealing with frog skins.
You'd be fucking plentiful in the frog skins, I feel.
I'd be buying prostitutes.
With frog skins?
Yup.
What the
Check this out. I heard there's a study done on chimps where they would do something and then they would give them like a coin for like currency. And then they would come back and then for the coins they would give them like a treat. And then once they figured out, the reward system with these coins, the first thing they did was start paying the female chimps to have sex with them. And then they would give the chimps their coins. The female chimps.
Yep. Over anything, they chose prostitution.
Yep.
Because you want to get that dick
and it's illegal
wet.
When it's a perfectly natural thing. If chimps are doing it,
gotta get that dick wet,
I mean, it's all prostitution anyways. You gotta take a chick out 20 fucking times, dinner, and all that dumb shit. But, put up with her fucking dumb story.
Listen to her, talk to her, buy her
when
things.
The end game is just to bang her one time and get on about your life. I'm not saying that's every guy, but... Or... Never mind. I'm not trying to fuck us all.
No, you're good, man. Hey, man, it is what it is. Well, the interesting thing is we're both human, but we're both such different creatures. Like, women are so much different than. I mean, we're all.
Well, check
human.
this out. Like, even like I've been like getting into like sacred geometry and shit. Like, Fibonacci sequence. How many things that's in. Like sunflowers, nautilus shells, bighorn sheep. It's like, and so many things. Well, the Fibonacci, it will. These geometric patterns. There's feminine patterns and then there's masculine patterns. To where the feminine patterns are, curvy, and then the masculine patterns are, more squared shape. And that even goes, into life to where women are more curvy and men are, have broad shoulders and all that, all that good shit. But it's almost like we're two different kinds of species here. It's weird.
I know, it's really, I mean, just how the woman can birth a child and her body like forms all natural to having the baby.
You
it's
grow a fucking alien inside you, dude.
Yeah.
It's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Just by sticking your dick in it.
Yep.
That's why I stick to blowjobs.
Yeah.
Get me one blowjobs.
Blowjobs, come in her mouth, clean it up, get the fuck out of here.
Watch.
Yeah, you gotta watch it, man. A good time can make a baby real fast.
Yup.
Yep, you gotta be careful. Wrap it before you tap it, kids. I'm a big advocate of condoms. Check this out, Hamer. This guy is hanging this,
I'm not a big advocate of condoms. I fucking hate them.
No, they suck, but hey, man. Once you have a baby...
I feel like this dude's about to get fucked up.
Drops it.
Up. Gone. Oh.
And then he fell. He had the ladder on the stairs. Classic mistake. Classic. Guy's trying to hang a chandelier. Ladder on the chandelier falls, breaks, then ladder goes out from underneath him. Brutal.
Yeah.
You ever had an accident like that where you fall off a ladder or fall off a roof?
Oh yeah, I fuck up quite a bit. There's been a couple times I probably should have fell at work. I was tied off, with my harness and everything, but falling still wouldn't feel good. And I remember one time that happened to a guy. We're working inside the boiler. This fucking guy, he's on a ladder, dude. And he's fucking did one of those numbers, man. Was trying to do something, dude. Fucking at the top of this ladder kicks out, dude. He wipes out, lands on his back. And, like, you don't want to laugh right away.
Yeah, you gotta make sure he's okay first.
Yeah, once he starts moving and shit, then it's the funniest fucking shit you've ever seen. And he fucking, like, dusts himself off, looks around like no one's seen him, then, like, puts the ladder back up. Well, I gotta point it out, like, hey, you dumb fuck. Look, and he, like, looks over like, yeah. Act like no one's seen you. I ain't seen you. You're a dumb fuck. And I actually hated this guy. Called him the gay iron worker from the South. Take what you pee out of and put it in your mouth.
That's what you guys called this one?
Yeah, and it was funny because, like, I went deer hunting for, like, 3 days. When I come back, I wrote it in the fucking, in the shit house wall. I drew a picture of, like, the stick figure dude. Like, he had this long hair, going down his back. And I like drew a couple pictures, like he was like sucking one dude's dick, and he's getting fucked in the ass by another dude. And like I tagged everyone, and this is before Facebook, man. And you could tag someone in the shit house, and that's what I wrote on there: "Gay iron worker from South, take what you pee out, put it in your mouth." Well, I'm gone for 3 days. I come back, I get in a boiler, dude, and that's all everyone's saying. They're gay iron worker, faggot, pull my hair, and like it was fun. I mean, there's probably 40 Boilermakers in this little confined space, and everyone's working. We got welding hoods on and shit, so you can't see who's yelling what. But dude, I mean, they did it for hours. I mean, there wasn't a minute that went by, someone wasn't yelling, gay iron worker. It was fucking hysterical. And he went to the boss and bitched about it. And then the boss came in there and was like, hey, you know who's yelling gay iron worker and all this shit? And we're like, no. And then, like, he, like, would walk by. We'd be like, gay iron worker. He ended up fucking quitting the job. Really? Like, yeah, that's a win for the good guys.
You guys made fun of him so bad he quit.
Yeah, we do that a lot, man. We stole a truck from a guy one time.
What?
Yeah. we were walking to the tool room, and he was in the company truck, and he drove to the tool room. And as soon as he walked in the tool room, we were like, hey, man, let's steal the truck. We stole the truck. We just pulled it around behind the tool room, and we were waiting there for him. And we never seen him come out of the tool room. Like, where the fuck did he go, man? And we're like, we waited there like 20 minutes, you know. We had some fuck-off time. And never seen him come out. We're like, fuck it, dude, let's go drive this truck around. So we drive the truck around the plant. We get back to break time, and everyone's like, hey, where's this guy at? No one, he just fucking said, fuck it, he didn't even tell anyone. He was just like, fuck it, I've had it with these motherfuckers. Just walked off the job. They fired him.
Yeah, there's...
You kind of feel bad, but then in another sense, you know, some people just don't belong.
Oh, yeah, dude. Some people just can't, or certain jobs are not for them. I remember this kid, when I used to work at B-Dubs, when I first started working there in college, this dude, his name was Clint, and like we talked to him, and like he was like one of those, he's very preppy, like, you know, thought he was fucking real smart, real badass kid.
Yeah.
But he like was very naive, very
you gotta go along to get along.
Green behind the ears, yeah. Well, he just like he was green behind the ears, and he just fucked everything up. He did. And then one time I wasn't even there. We had these hoods, these grease hoods, you know, above the grill that we had to every shift. You take one down or two down, and you clean them and you rotate them. And you do that every night, and everybody would clean these hoods. They were nasty as shit. They're all greased up and shit from the fryers and And this Clint kid was cleaning them, putting one back. You'd have to take a fucking broom, and you'd lift it up, and take the broom, put it up in the thing, and fucking let it go. He was sticking it up in there. He fucking jammed it up in there. There's a suppression system.
Oh, wow.
Fucking like foam that sprays out in case things fucking light on fire. Yeah, grease fire puts the whole fucking kitchen. You have to have it. It's code. He hit the fucking suppression system, blows all the fucking things break open. Spray fucking. They're in service. This is like Friday night.
Yeah.
Fucking shuts the whole fucking restaurant down. Foam shoots all over the kitchen. Shuts all the fryers down. All the food, waste everything. Got dude fired.
Well, yeah, you're a dumb fuck, dude. You're not gonna make it in life.
There's
like, sorry, like, I'm not a smart person, but damn, dude, there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers out there that I run into.
There was this kid, one time, I remember, he was just real cocky, talked shit to everyone, thought he was real badass, fucking, not terrible work ethic, thought he was a little gangster. We fucking
like
had
thug life.
Yeah, we had him in tears. Had him, my buddy Sean was in charge. He made him go outside, and it was like kind of cold out. There was ice and shit on the ground. Made him clean up cigarette butts in the fucking landscape at nighttime.
Yeah,
it was fucking.
Well, see, like we'll do that to people at work. Like we had this one cat. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I do because this one cat, he was coming in drunk, and I was buddies with the boss, and I'm like, dude, fire this motherfucker. You know, do me a favor, fire this motherfucker. They're like, nope, they ain't gonna fire him. And he would miss like 2-3 days a week. Normally they would fire you, but it was more of a punishment to not fire him, to make him fucking come into work. And so then like I would do like the normal jobs and shit, and then there would be like the shitty job, you know, where you're going in, getting covered in oil, shit like that. And the boss would be like, you want to go in there? I'd be like, fuck no, you know what I mean, I'll do whatever, but, you know, if you want, don't worry, I got someone for the job, just so you know, you wanted me to fire him. Like, oh, I got you, so.
Yeah.
And they would keep him around for them shit fucking jobs.
I
like,
had to be.
Oh, yeah.
I had to fire
you want to miss 3 days a week? Here you go.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I had to multiple times to fire kids I was like cool with. They're cool dudes, but it's like, this ain't for you, bro. We got to cut the fat. I'm the guy that's got to cut the fat, bro. You got to go.
Yeah.
Like, what? No, what do you mean, man?
We have layoffs. We have layoffs, so, like a lot of people, I mean, if you get, you got to be a real fuckhead to get fired. I mean, you could basically call in and be like, hey, man, like, I got some serious, you can make up a dumb fucking excuse to get a fucking layoff. But these, you know, it's you know, substance abuse, basically, drinking, drugs, and they're never fooling anyone. And it's crazy to see.
Well, it's everywhere. I mean, dude, I think it's the fucking generations and shit now. Shit's changed, dude. It used to be everybody was a hard worker, dude. You had to work, like you said. There wasn't too much convenience with everything. Like, if you wanted the things that, like, you wanted, you had to work for them. Now you don't. It's like everything's in the palm of your hands. Like, if you wanted a pizza, you had to fucking get the phone book. You had to find the number. You had to find a phone to call. Yeah, you had to find a phone to call.
Type in the number. They send you the coupon. Oh, I see you're calling Marco's. Here's some coupons.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? How'd you know? Like, this phone's creeping me out.
Yeah, you couldn't order online. You couldn't do any of that shit, man. You guys don't even fucking know. I feel like an old
dude.
guy.
I don't even go shopping to like, you know, Myers or to the mall or anything anymore. It's like, do I want to drive 15 minutes or do I just want to get it on Amazon and get it here in 2 fucking days?
Well, you even said, though, you were telling me that it said 2-day shipping, and it's like, oh, it's gonna be 4 days. Took 2 days before it even left. Yeah. It's like 2 days when it hits the road. Like, well, you didn't say that.
Well, normally I wouldn't fucking care, but I was trying to get shit here for Christmas. Kind of snuck up on me.
Yeah, it always sneaks up on me too. It's 25th of every month, or 25th of every December. You know, fucking
good old Christmas.
You see this shit? Retired police officer. He's being charged with a quadruple homicide for alleged drug deal gone bad. He's like 40 something years old.
Say, what the fuck happened?
All right,
charged with quadruple. Oh, awesome.
Federal authorities have charged retired police officer with
basically
the murders
he was
of 4
impersonating a cop, going to rip off some drug dealers, and then they got wise and shot his. And they shot him.
He was retired. He was making some deal. He's like a middleman or some shit. Shit went south, dude. He pulled out a gun, fucking killed all 4 of them. Like some straight up fucking dirty hairy shit.
I'm glad our county sheriff got busted and got sentenced to 4 years.
I know, we talked about this on the broadcast a lot. It's we started at the beginning when they started making their accusations, and we seen it all the way through to fucking him going to prison, and yeah, dude, I like shit like that because
what I really like about it, you know, with the stigma around the cops. Of course, we grow up in pretty small towns, and you know, you kind of expect what you're getting from the cops. Is, you know, you got weed in your car, you know, dumb shit like that. There's really not a whole lot of harassment. If you pay your taxes, you ain't got fucking warrants and shit. They really don't fuck with you. I mean, just if you're gonna do something illegal, be fucking smart about it. Yeah. But what was cool was seeing the local police chief, you know, our town chief, and like, you know, we're the ones that expose this shit. Like, man, like, hey, you know, this motherfucker's been getting drugs from us, coming over, picking them up, say he's dropping them off to the DA, and we just talked to the DA guy, and he said he hasn't. They quit doing that over a year ago. Yeah. You know, and they were the ones bring it out
twice a month.
You know, and that's you know, there was like no trying to like, well, what do you think we should do about it? Should we, you know, should we try covering? You know, there was none of that. It was like straight to the like, yo, this fucking dude's got to go.
Yeah, something's going on here. Yeah, it was our police chief that did that. So the hometown police chief. That's power to you. But I mean, a million times, man. There's plenty of good dudes out there that's what they're trying to do is take care of the piece of shit.
See that dude getting smoked with a shotgun the other day? You didn't see any of that shit? It looked like a suicide by cop. They're telling him to get on the fucking ground. There's 2 cops there.
But his hand was like down.
Well, his hand was behind his back. They're like, what's behind your back? Stop right there. And like, dude, like, I could see him shooting him for sure. Like, maybe pop them with a taser first, but I can see their situation. But I can also see their situation to pop them in the fucking knee. And dude's got a shotgun, dude. You don't even have to aim that motherfucker. Just point it at the ground. You're peppering this motherfucker. Like, that's
blowing him back.
Yeah, dude. And then, like, after he's on, what pissed me off, you know, he's all reaching around his body and shit, looking for fucking bullet holes. Dude's just got shocked. I'm sure he's in shock. He was already fucked up before he got shot. Then they pop him like 3 more times with the shotgun as he's laying there like, dude, quit moving. You're breaking my heart, man. Please don't move. And the dude's like, I gotta scratch my head. And like, pop, pop. Like, these motherfuckers want to kill motherfuckers.
Definitely.
I mean,
yeah.
It's the fucking weird kid in high school that no one liked, but always tried bullying people and... You know those nerdy motherfuckers that go, I'm gonna go join the Marines and people will think different of me. Like, no, dude, you're just a dumb motherfucker that joined the Marines. Like, you still ain't bad.
Yeah.
And those are the same kind of people that go in to be cops, and then eventually, like, they bust their nut when they finally get to shoot someone.
Not all of them, though.
No. I'm just saying there's a type of person out there that
definitely
leads
and
them.
And I think the sad thing is Kaufman exposed that's not true 100%, but I think a lot of them want them to be fucking dumb, trigger happy, like, you know, like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, they, like, you know, there's, if what I hear is true, is you have to have a certain IQ to be a cop. If your IQ is too high, they won't accept you.
Oh, yeah, they want you to dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, they want you to be more trainable.
Yeah.
They have a word for it. I can't think of the word. I'm starting to feel pretty good. But that's what they want. They want you to be able to mold you a little bit better. If you can think too much or you overthink things.
They want you taking orders. Follow them orders. I was following orders.
Well, that's what they can... So you can tell everyone that you were following orders. I mean, I don't know how far that gets you. That's what the Nazis said. You know? That's what the people said.
We are the Nazis. America is the Nazis anymore, bro.
You think so?
For sure, dude. They seen like they are like, wow, Hitler rounded up the whole country and talked to everyone into throwing the Jews into an oven. This guy has some serious power. Let's figure out how he fucking did this. And then, you know, after he made his way off to Venezuela and shit, and America got to pick through all the scientists and all the weird shit, all the dark magic shit they were into. And they figured out how to fucking control the people just through the fucking media and propaganda and fluoride and, you know, and the big fucking conspiracy, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, there's books out there on mind control that me or you cannot go check out. They're in private libraries, and if you want to purchase these books, they're like fucking $40,000 books. But
this is a fact.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
like,
a fact.
Like the word kindergarten. It is it's a German word for basically, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, it's trying to, well, I guess I really don't know how to explain the definition, but essentially they wanted to convert the soldier from running away from battle to being patriotic and wanting to die for his country and run into the battle. And that transformation is called kindergarten. And it's kind of funny that the first grade that you attend is called kindergarten. That's them trying to mold you into what they want. But yeah, I definitely think we fucking took over everything the Germans figured out, and now America uses it on their own people. I mean, if you think about it, we took over the world.
You're saying we fine-tuned the propaganda, we fine-tuned the media machine, we fine-tuned...
Yeah, they figured it out, dude. I mean, just look at all the fucking fake news out there. I mean, nothing is reliable. I mean, it's just... Like, you can't even believe, like, the school shootings. Like, if you look at the Sandy Hook massacre, you go to the county register and look up for homicides in that county, there was like 3.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't even, you know, it never... That's how fucking fake this shit is.
That's what I was just saying last night is they're going to make a verified thing. It's going to check with Snopes and other sites to make sure it's real news, and there'll be a verified check next to it. That's how much people look at social media for their news. That's what I was going to say about that dude about the cartel is, you know, getting busted by the cartel. Dude, anything you put online, dude, you're in fucking big trouble. You know? You're in big fucking trouble.
Fuck yeah.
Like,
we don't even know what kind of laws they're going to have in the future. They could be like, oh, we're going to take everything illegal off the internet from the last 10 years and convict everyone.
Well, I think, like, podcasting is going to be, there's going to be restrictions eventually. Like, you can't do that.
Well, I mean, a podcast is no different than Facebook. It's just us talking. I mean, I don't see how they can do restrictions. I understand that dude tried, like, copywriting podcasts and, like, took Adam Carolla to court and they're like, big shit like that. But I mean, cat's out of the bag, man. You ain't getting the cat back in the bag. I mean, it's only going to get crazier.
True. You know, Lynn's commenting up here, Lynn Stevens, she said they showed some of the Sandy Hook people were actors. Now, what do you believe about that? Do you believe that was fucking real, or do you think that was fucking
the Sandy Hook
orchestrated?
Thing? It was definitely orchestrated.
Really?
Yeah.
You believe that?
Well, they're saying that he shot all those kids with an AR-15, but then there's a picture of the cop pulling an AR-15 out of the trunk of the car with a shotgun. The coroner's report. This dude, he
used other weapons, right?
Supposedly it was just a pistol. Like, I mean, that's, you know, supposedly that's what he had on him, but they're trying to target the AR-15. That's what that was all about, was the AR-15. But where they fucked up, they said the kid killed them all with the AR-15, but there was pictures of him pulling the AR-15 out of his car. But the coroner that gave a statement, just the way he gave the statement, he was he was saying things like, "Oh yes, the individuals were shot with a high-powered semi-automatic weapon."
I heard this before.
It's like you can't tell what someone's shot with by looking at them. I mean, and just like everything he was saying, just like none of it pointed to, you know, dead bodies being in there. Like, it was just everything seemed off about that. And then there would be aerial photography. The ambulance and the fire trucks weren't even at the school. They were like a quarter mile up the road, and the circus was going on up there. It wasn't even by the school. The very first thing I seen, the very first image I seen on the like news or whatever, they were chasing someone out in the field, out in the woods.
There were two people. Yeah, they said there was two, and they showed there was two different people. They were watching. One was running through the woods. And then it turned into that was only one person.
But yeah, Lynn keeps asking about, you know, if they were actors. Like, yeah, there was, you would see the parents, okay? They would have Facebook pages, you know, saying, "Oh, our precious was murdered, da-da-da-da-da." But they were the day before the event even happened.
Before it happened.
There was one family, there was a picture of a kid. Basically, all they did was hack all these pictures off of people's profiles off of Facebook. And but there was this one kid that met the president, like a month after she was supposedly killed at Sandy Hook. Same kid. There was this one dad. He's laughing and, you know, just having a normal conversation, like, you know, with someone, you know, you would have, you know, laughing, being friendly, you know, joyful. And then he takes the podium and goes into character, and our precious Samantha, you know, totally went into character.
Too. Yep, I seen that.
The school bus driver, there was an account where the school bus driver stopped the car in the middle of the road because he knew, you know, like they evacuated the kids and he knew what happened, and he stopped in the middle of the road. And as he's giving the interview, he was like, "And I stopped and I got out and I was just so mad and I couldn't but help, and I was cursing in front of the kids. I'm so regretful of that. And then the man came out and gave me a hug and told me, you know, he couldn't believe what a tragedy just happened." And they're like, "Well, this was 5 minutes after it happened. How did he already know that there was a massacre at the school? There was just too many holes to step in." And it seemed to be convenient, you know, as they're going after, you know, the Second Amendment so hard these few years, that it's just so easy to do these things. And then, you know, you would see things that people would pop up in, you know, in like the California, or, you know, whatever other shootings were going on, like the same people, you know, the Boston bombing, same people showing up. I mean, it didn't happen. I don't give a fuck. I know in my heart it didn't happen.
You know what?
I'm not saying there's not weird Manchurian candidate motherfuckers that hear, you know, relax, don't do it, and just go on a fucking killing spree.
They stand in the fucking mirror and they fucking comb their hair with gel. They spike their hair with gel and they go, yep, they listen to that. Relax, go through it. And they pick up the phone, and the phone goes, kill. They put it down, dude, and they go, and they fucking snuff somebody out, and then they just go back to living their life. Lifting weights and fucking eating fucking bagels.
It's a crazy world, man.
It really is. Now, dude, right before we started doing this episode, like a couple hours before, they broke that Justina Santos, or Cyborg, tested positive for, or is under suspicion for anti-doping by the...
I heard she eats horse meat.
Laced
with kangaroo meat.
Is it the horse meat? It's what Alistar was eating. Alice Overeem ate.
No comment.
But they said they offered her the 45 belt. They offered her like 2 other fights, and she kept saying that she was still hurting from her weight cut.
She's trying to get that shit out of her system.
Or either that, or she had been tested and knew that she wasn't going to be able to take a fight.
That could be it too.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah.
What else is new?
Fucking...
You got some more shit to talk about. Yeah, that's fucking...
I got plenty of shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, though. Like, it's no secret that she's a fucking man.
No, exactly. That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at, man. She fucking... Like, dude, ever since I watched her fight, dude, she don't look like a woman when she fights, dude. The way she hits people, she fucking just smashes these chicks, dude. And, like, she's been busted, like, twice before for fucking steroids, dude. At least once.
Well, dude, you can see it in her. Like, it'll change your bone structure and shit in women.
She's a dude, but she got her dick snipped off, and now she's a woman.
There was an MMA dude that was doing that shit. He got his dick snapped off and
I don't know if he ever got his dick snapped off. I thought he still had his... No, he did, because that's how he could fight Fallon Fox. He could fight women because he got his junk removed. He got a pussy. He got his ball sack ripped back and bent sideways and made pussy lips out of his... That's what they do. They take your ball sack, they cut your ball sack in half, and they make pussy lips out of it. I'm just kidding. I don't really know if that's how it works.
I mean, that would make sense because at one time we were all...
one
female, basically,
yeah,
you know, right before the, you know, we had that.
That's how it works. That freaks me out.
We were more than likely we had women parts before we became men. I'm not. Well, I guess that wouldn't be. That's probably talking out of my ass.
I don't know. I believe it.
But at some point, we all, you know, you guys get what I'm saying out there in podcast land.
Yeah.
And if you don't, go fuck yourself.
Riders on the storm.
Doom, 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 doom.
Riders on the storm.
Boom, 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 boom.
But, dude, speaking on these fucking women, though, like Cyborg, that's the one thing that the Cyborg, she tested positive for steroids. She calls out Ronda Rousey. She calls out all these women and how she's badass. She can't ever make the weight that all these other girls fight. But she claims she's the best. And
she would fuck them all up.
And she would, because
she's a monster,
she's
dude.
Roided. She's fucking cheating.
There's no...
Her body's
she should be the prime candidate to go fight a guy.
Absolutely.
Like we're going to let... No one wants to fight Cyborg. Cyborg can't make weight to fight anyone. We're going to give her 20 pounds, let her fight Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, I agree.
I would pay shit tons to watch that.
I agree. If anybody should fight a man, it would be her. It would be it. Because I think it was a man at one time. But it's
definitely
bullshit.
Something psychological going on up there where she's like,
oh yeah,
you know, likes to, I don't know.
She
probably likes to bend chicks over and shit.
She probably definitely does, or bends her man over and cornholes him with the dildo, some shit. Wears a strap on, like takes it, like you don't give it, you take it with her. You know what I'm saying? Like shit that's the shit nightmares are made of. Fucking.
I've been watching Eastbound and Down, and I got Amazon Prime or whatever, and I didn't realize I got a bunch of shows with that. And I was watching Eastbound and Down when Stevie got with fucking the Mexican chick, and trying to spice up the relationship, so they're watching a porno, and Stevie's like, so next thing they do, why don't we do? And she's like, mm-hmm. He's like, all right. And then, like, in the porno, like, sexy ass bitch just dude or whatever, and then like the dude bends over and his chick's got a strap on, just starts pounding this dude, and Stevie's like, ugh. And then like Kenny comes running in, they gotta go do something. Well, at the end of the show, like Stevie finally comes home after Kenny doing some dumb shit, and fucking there's Maria's their name, standing there with a vibrator, bends him over. Like, god damn, bro. People are into some weird shit, man. There's no more boundaries, man. The freak show is here.
Bro, I played when Lepley was on here, we played this video. This dude laying there on his back, and this girl comes up on top of him and just fucking does a snot rocket. Fucking the nastiest, biggest snot rocket in the dude's mouth. And he's like, just sucks it up. He's like, and she's like, this is just like the nastiest shit right in his fucking face, dude, and he fucking swallows it. And it's like, dude, and I bet that dude's jerking off. That dude's getting off on that shit.
Yeah, people
like,
get off the weird shit, man.
Nasty, dude. The fucking meat on the feet. Skeet. You know what I'm saying?
I seen this one fucking porno. It wasn't like I was watching it to jerk off. It was just like so funny. Like guys were showing it to each other at work.
Sure.
For real.
Sure, man.
And I mean, I searched for it later, but
that's when you realized you were into it.
But no, it was just funny. It's like these two dudes. They're like banging this like hot blonde bitch, and they're like on like concrete floor in like a garage or some shit. It's it's like some cheap like porn studio where they're like, fucking this bitch doesn't get fucking a couch. We're gonna fuck her on the cold concrete. But they're like there's a bathroom to this one fucking thing, like, and it's funny, like he's like fucking her from behind, and she's like freaking out, like and then like he like starts smashing her face in like the fucking toilet. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And my dude's like no, just hang on, it gets better. And then like next scene, like dude standing up, she's fucking licking his asshole, fucking just going to town, fucking and then the dude standing there, and like you just see him smile, and dude he just fucking rips one dude, and like everyone on the set starts laughing. She's like, fuck you motherfuckers, you guys are fucking out of here, this is fucking bullshit, fuck you motherfuckers. She like grabs a rope, like slams a door, and then it shows like 5 minutes later she comes back in. She get like double teamed again, more humiliation. It was hilarious.
God damn, dude, that's fucking great. That is fucking ridiculous.
See, and I love women like that.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's just great to know there's someone out there you can do that too.
Fuck yeah.
But like, what's cool about it is like they're into it. It's not like
I gotta take a piss, bro. You gotta hold it down.
You're weak bladder.
I
bitch.
can't help it, bro. I gotta get another beer too, but I drank like 6 beers.
This fucking guy leaving me to the fucking show.
Awesome videos.
Fuck my videos. Check this out, guys. I'm gonna play. My fox, he goes crazy sometimes. And like when he jacks something like a dish sponge, like I'll forget to like put a dish sponge away. Like he'll jack it off the kitchen counter. Good luck trying to get that motherfucker back. He goes into like survival mode, protecting that motherfucker. And this motherfucker lets out a roar. I'm gonna see if I can play some audio here for you. I got a video of it, but you guys can't see me. Let's see if this bitch plays. This is just him growling. He's a vicious little dude. He's like a jackal and a hide. Motherfucker, like sometimes he goes crazy. But he, like even when he bites you, it doesn't like hurt, like to where, almost to the point where I gotta fuck with him. Like it's so cute because like he'll let out like this little bark, but then like when he grabs you, it doesn't like really hurt. But I probably shouldn't do that, but it's too much fun. And like he'll fucking like do a 180, and you know he might be a dickhead for a couple minutes, couple hours, and he comes back out and he's fucking like, hey, what's going on, friend? Like nothing ever happened. Like I just didn't try eating your face. I mean, he's a fucking wild animal. Well, this fucking creep Rowdy's back. Fucking douchebag.
Yeah, what story were you talking about? What story were you just talking about? Eating your face?
Here, I'll play it for you. Just doing the audio of them growling.
Oh, your little fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude's gangster, man.
He is. I thought you were talking about crazy, drugged out flock of zombies eating people and stabbing people in their garages. Did you hear about any of that stuff?
Yeah, we've talked about that a bunch of times.
The guy did you see the one though? He was like a 19-year-old college kid. Took the drug one time, fucking running around this neighborhood butt naked, ran into these old couple's house. Dude was sitting in his garage drinking beer.
Dude,
fucking stabbed him, ate his face, fucking stabbed his wife, killed her. And the neighbor came over. He stabbed the neighbor, and they fucking killed him. Or I don't know if they killed him, but they arrested him. And he was fine after he got off the drug. He said it was all the drug.
Dude had the time of his life, I bet. He was like, yeah, fuck cocaine. This is the shit.
One time, though, they say.
Fucking Hannibal Lecter your face, bitch.
That sounds some crazy shit, man. You ever eat someone's skin?
Have I?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I mean...
Don't they say it'll make you, like, crazy, man?
Well, yeah. It's like, that's where, like, mad cow disease shit comes from.
Yeah,
like, that's
cannibals
what,
and shit. You get the itch and shit.
Well, yeah, like,
Start
basically,
eating yourself.
like the mad cows, that was just them feeding the cows back to them. Like, oh, that cow died. Well, just chop them up in a billion pieces and throw them in the hay. Throw them in the grain. That's what they did. And then it'll make you sick. That's cannibalism. That's nature designed you not to eat your own kind. Now, like, birds can do it.
Well, that's like, you ever heard, like, brain? If you eat certain brain, you can get parasites.
Yeah, I gotta quit eating deer heart, man. I seen this fucking worm that came out of a deer, and I was like, what the fuck?
Really? Where'd
Yeah.
you see this at?
Online. See everything online, bro.
Yeah, that thing's fucking living in it. You bite into the heart, and there's some giant fucking worm as big as your thumb, and fucking living in there.
But it tastes so good.
Does it really?
It does.
Just a raw fucking deer heart going
because
fucking.
it's still warm, so
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
fucking. It's like a rare. It's like.
Is it like a steak?
Yeah.
No way.
It is.
No
like,
way.
I wouldn't recommend cold deer heart because
Holy
I've
fuck.
had a few deer go overnight. You know, just bad blood trails or just just sometimes you just gotta let them go overnight and take a bite out of those and they're cold and then you're like you kind of really chew on it. But when it's warm, it's just like you're biting into a nice medium. Well, I wouldn't say medium rare, but it's nice and warm. It's like a rare steak.
It's ridiculous, dude. I don't know. I think that's...
Well, you know, your adrenaline's pumping. Just, I don't know. People ask me why I do it. I don't know.
You're in the moment.
I don't know. Why does the wind blow?
Why
does the sun come up and go down?
Yeah, why does the sun come up and go down? Dude, I read this.
Why do birds make nests? I mean, come on, we can ask all kinds of dumb fucking questions.
I read this shit.
Let me fucking tell you, man. Let me fucking tell you about something, Rowdy.
Tell me.
You dumb motherfuckers. I know this guy, man. He played bass for fucking 20 years in the Southern Psychedelic Rock and Roll Band, man.
Really? Yeah. I can't wait, dude, for when's this shit coming together?
There's this guy. I don't know. He's a funny guy. He tells me he played with all these big rock stars and shit. And he got some video. He wants me to do some editing for him and shit. So we'll see how it goes. I think the dude's full of shit, but he seems like a funny cat. So I figure I'd give it a shot.
Oh yeah, man. It'd be something different.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of direction he wants to go, but it should be something cool.
Hell yeah, man.
What the fuck are you showing me here? Is this
I
a
look
fucking
forward.
ad?
No, I don't know what the fuck. I'm trying to play this
Fucking
shit.
some queer shit right there.
Oh, dude.
You fucking got
Hold
a
on.
bunch of fucking weird cats.
Cats on walls. Come on. Come on, computer. Oh, this story I seen this guy woke up and this fucking dude is in his house holding this fucking kid. That's grounds to die. like he's just wasted. He's in his house at his kid in his hands. He's just holding him when he fucking busted him in his house.
I'm not gonna say who, but a relative of mine. He'd get drunk and then go to his old apartment, pass out. He said one time he did it like twice, or he or she. did it like twice. They said the one time the family was home when he busted, like the key didn't work, so they busted through the window. It's like, dude, man, look at this fucking creep.
I'm your friend, man.
It looks like that creepy fucker from Men in Black.
It
Blow his brain and blow his head off, and then it grows back.
Arizona
That really hurts.
Woke in the middle of the night to find the stranger standing in his living room holding his 2-year-old daughter. Father was awakened by his daughter's crying. When he confronted the man, later identified as Oren Cohan. Cohan tossed the child to a couch, later telling the father, "I am your friend." What the
Come in
fuck?
peace.
Father told him he has never met Cohan ever before. That creeped me out, man.
Yeah.
Dude, Ohio has a lot of creepy people.
Man, I had a dream I had to pull a gun on a motherfucker sneaking into my house. I mean, I did that one time. I had a buddy. Went home with a chick. We were out partying. And then she must have dropped him off at my house fucking like 4 or 5 in the morning. And all I hear is all kind of a ruckus outside and shit. And there was a way he could sneak into my old house. And he knew about it. And I had the gun ready to go. That was for sure. He closed the door. When he closed the door, he still had his back turned to me. And then when he fucking turned around, there I was with his shotgun. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm like, hey, you're so fucking lucky, dude.
About made him fucking crater face. Do you ever remember the story of Paul Fay? Did that dude really shoot his wife in the face with a shotgun?
Yeah, that's a true story, man. I deer hunted with him.
He was living in the woods too, wasn't he?
He lived by me, by one of the railroad ponds, man. We'd be in there, me and my dad would put the canoe in there, and we'd go bass fishing. We'd get on the backside of one pond, dude. He had little village set up back there, and he'd be out there fishing and shit. My dad, hey, Paul, how you doing? Go roll over there. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Oh, yeah, he lives out here. And I'm like, is that the guy and like, yeah, because, when I deer hunted with him is when that happened. And I guess he come home and, was at work and then, knew something was going on, so he come home middle of the night and caught him in bed or some shit, so he grabbed a shotgun to go shoot the dude, and the wife fucking grabbed a shotgun, and as she pulled it, gun went off, blew her jaw off. And then we went deer hunting with them, the next year, cause, he didn't, I ain't sure what kind of charges got brought up or whatever. I ain't positive on any of that, but he wasn't allowed to carry a gun anymore. But my dad, my dad grew up with him and shit. And, my dad, yeah, you doing any bow hunting? This time he's still living in the quarry, living fucking,
I found his house at the quarry, dude, when I was little.
It's weird down there, dude. He's, you can feel his presence down there.
That's how it was.
It's, because we'd go in there mushroom hunting and shit in springtime. And, of course, we wouldn't do any good. And, it was, there's an eerie feeling down there. Some weird fucking shit's gone down there, not just with him, just with, I bet there's been bitches raped in there. Fucking,
that's what I was going to say.
It's a creepy fucking...
There's a woman found dead on the side of the road there. There's some, bad or black magic.
Well, I'll tell you what was weird was, there was a woman found dead by one of my railroad ponds, and, that's by my house, and I was wanting to go fishing there, but my buddy was supposed to go, and I called him, hey, you want to go tonight? No, I can't go tonight. And then the next night, hey, you want to go down there? No, I can't do it tonight. And then the third night, I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go down there by myself. And then when I started getting my shit, I seen there was a storm rolling in. I'm like, well, it's kind of pointless to go down there fishing for 10 minutes. But something was just telling me to go down there, go fishing, go down there, go fishing. And then the next day, boom, lady found dead at the railroad pond. Been laying down there for 3 days. And it's dude, that's what was calling me down there. It's weird shit. There's just something it's not even a spot I like to fish at, because it's really grown up around the edges. You can't really fish the whole pond, and it's just weird.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I believe in weird shit. I don't believe in like hocus pocus, hooky spooky kind of shit. Like, I'm not like when I was a kid, dude. I thought I'd seen all kinds of weird shit, but I think that was Poltergeist fucked me up. Poltergeist movies were something.
Yeah, dude, when you're little,
8-year-old shouldn't watch Poltergeist.
Yeah, exactly. I watched like Child's Play when I was like 5 or 6.
Child's Play wasn't shit, dude. That was a toy. Even when I was a kid, I'm like, I could kick a toy's ass.
I wasn't. I was scared of it.
Well, you were a pussy as a kid, dude. I remember you. You were this little, I need a lollipop. I want a lollipop, mommy.
Was it like that?
I was all like, Mom, you got any cigarettes? She was like, no. And then I'd just take them.
No, that's not how it was.
No, that's how it went down, people. Don't let his name Rowdy fool you. He wasn't too rowdy always.
Dude, I was fucking gangster. Straight gangster since the day I come out my mama's pussy. I was banging. I was fucking banging heroin and fucking...
You're banging dudes' dicks in your mouth.
No. Nope, that's definitely not what was happening. But, you know, this is the 100th episode.
This is the 100th episode.
And I am so happy that you could come on here with me, Hamer, talk some shit with me. I'm glad that fucking, out of anybody, dude, you would be the guy.
I'd been pissed off if you didn't invite me for the 100th.
Oh, dude, yeah, of course.
Would have been.
I thought about having like a bunch of people or trying to, but I feel like when you do that,
well, you should do like a year review kind of thing. Like maybe have a couple people for like your first episode of the new year. Like go over your last year and what you like have accomplished, and you know think goals you've accomplished, milestones or whatever, and then maybe have a couple of them fucktards you've had on your show back up. And
I've had a lot of them.
Yep.
A lot of them.
Including me.
Yeah, I've had a lot of... If you've ever been on the show, you are a fucktard. You're exactly what I'm talking about.
Because I know a lot of cool shit, but I don't know how to word it for it to be cool for other people. I've experienced a lot of cool shit, but I just can't word things right a lot of times. So that makes me a fucktard, too.
Hey, man. Fucktards are what make the world go round. There's lots.
At least I don't shop at Walmart. There's some fucktards that shop at Walmart. Wow. Sometimes that's the only place that's around you can go shopping at. So I do not like going in there. But like I'll be in there and I'll forget I'm at Walmart. And then I'll round the corner and see a Walmart person. I'll be like, holy shit! And like anxiety kicks in. I'm like, oh my god, I'm in Walmart, surrounded by Walmart people. Dude, check it out. Go to Walmart, look around, and if you don't see the problem, you're a Walmart person.
Dude, I heard that they check in. They have people checking your receipts now at the doors, like Sam's Club.
Oh yeah,
that's what I heard. And a lot of them, they give them to like the jobs to the less fortunate. They check you out when you're going. Like that's ridiculous. Did you see the Amazon stores where you just walk out, you put the things in your cart, and you just walk out of the store and it charges you? That's what's coming. That's what the stores
awesome.
are. And if you put something back, it knows.
They'll probably have like a little scanner right on the fucking... I don't know how they'll do that. Like...
It's your phone. It's all in your phone.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like picking up what you're right next to as you're leaving the store.
Yeah. Dude, you know what really pisses me off? I thought about it. I had to talk about it on here.
You want me to guess? Or
yeah, go ahead. You can guess if you'd like to. But you don't
Swamp
have to.
Ass.
Swamp Ass is terrible. That is something that really does piss me off. But that's not what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's my only guess.
Okay. It's terrible. I love this time of year because I don't get Swamp Ass. Anyway, what I hate so bad, drives me fucking crazy, is like when you come to a four-way stop and you have those people where one person rolls up and the next person rolls up right behind them and they go real quick. You know what I'm talking about.
At a four-way stop?
Oh, yeah.
And, like, you're trying to, like, waiting your turn.
Yeah,
there's
you
like
wait.
two there.
Yeah, and, like,
it's never happened to me.
That's never happened?
Never happened to me because I'm always the aggressor in those situations.
Like, go real quick and fucking...
Now, if you're, like, churning or something, that's a different story. If, like, you're churning left and, like, they're churning left, you know, like, I can see like times like that where like you don't have to wait on someone, but if a motherfucker does that to me in an intersection, I'll roll up next to you and start throwing shit at your car. I'm gonna let you know.
Dude, I had the other day.
And I don't do that a lot.
The other day, I was driving to a job, driving down the road. You like see my GPS to start slowing down. It says the road, the corners. It's right up here on the left. So I start slowing down a little bit. Fucking car is right at my ass, dude. He's fucking like going. He's like, it's double yellow line. He's like fucking going out to the side, like right on my bumper. Going to like look back at him. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, it's not this house. I go to the next house. It's the third house. I'm fucking almost to the third house. He like starts going out again. There's a car coming. He like, what the fuck? I'm like waiting to turn in. Before I can turn in, he fucking goes up, flies around me. He's like, fuck you, fuck you. I'm like, what? I'm like, I just start waiting.
That dude's old lady's probably cheating on him.
Something, dude. Like, why so mean? Dude, I just waved to him. I said, hey, man. And then, like, hey, he flies in front of me. I can see him in the rearview mirror. He's like, fuck you. He's got his middle finger.
I don't flip off a whole lot of people anymore. Just
I don't
because,
either.
Like,
I don't
you don't know who
either.
the fuck's just gonna, like,
fuck
don't
yeah,
know who you're
dude.
flipping off.
Dude, I lived in Georgia, dude. That's in Georgia. That's what you think of, dude. Anybody you fuck with, dude, might just pull out a gun and blow your fucking
Remember when you
brains
got
out
flipped
right
in
there.
Florida? You ever talk about that on here?
That was in
Or that was Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah,
I
my
got flipped.
bad.
Did I ever tell
Georgia,
you about the
Florida.
crazy? Dude, I ever tell you about the crazy fucking black chicks that I met it was what the fuck? Oh, Fort Lauderdale. We were down there partying. We stayed in a hostel for a week, dude.
Is that like a brothel?
No, it's like a hostel where the people from all over you stay cheap, and it's like people from different countries and shit. They're all coming over. But when you stay in a room, usually that room will have like other roommates.
That's creepy.
Yeah, real creepy. From all over, just strangers, dude.
I remember I had fucking DUI class. And,
Hold on, let me finish the story.
Okay, finish the story.
So, I fucking... where was I at? So, we stay at this hostel. We go out, we meet this guy. He's staying there. He works on boats. He's a fucking charter captain. Boats and O's. He's a charter captain on some boats. On, like, yachts. And we go out with him for the night. We get all fucked up. And at the end of the night, it's like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. We start walking out of the club. These chicks, we meet these chicks at the club. There's 2 black chicks. We go to this bar. We're like, hey, you want to go get a drink with us next door? We go to this bar. We're sitting in there drinking with these 2 chicks, and these girls are both on the one's on the one dude, the other is on me. We're fucking talking. We were buying drinks. We're drinking for a little bit, probably 30 minutes or so. The next thing we know, they go to the bathroom, whatever, they disappear. Like, me and him were like, what the fuck, dude? Those girls, they ditched us. We're like, dude, this is fucking gay. We start walking out of the bar. Fucking SUV pulls up. And it's a chick. It's this black chick. I remember she had a spiked mohawk. And she's like, you motherfuckers want to party tonight?
When a chick with a spiked mohawks asks you to party, I already know the answer. So continue.
So we both look at each other. And there's like another chick. There's like another chick, and I think there might have been 2. No, I think there was another chick in there, in the back. And we look at each other. Fuck yeah, we want to party. You guys want to get down on some drugs? Yeah, fuck yeah. So we fucking jump in this car, and we're driving, and she's like, yeah, wait. She's like, we're gonna go to this hotel. There's gonna be orgies. There's gonna be drugs. There's gonna be drinking. We're like, yeah, dude, yeah. I'm like 21, 22 years old. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. So she's like, only thing is, you each gotta have $20. Or no, she's each gotta have $60 to, for at least $60.
What was she like? Is that how she said it? She was like, hey, y'all need $20. I mean $60.
No, it was
like,
straight.
wait a minute, I lowballed these motherfuckers. 60. You motherfucking white boys got 60.
No, she's like, she was like 60. She's like, you gotta have at least $60 or something to get drugged. I don't know what the fuck she said.
Which sounds like a reasonable price if you're throwing down on some narcotic.
Yeah, and we went. She's like, okay, go to
funky town.
No, we bailed. Like we went to this 7-Eleven, and
got some big gulps.
We got some big gulps. And she's like, go to the ATM and get your money. And the dude in the front's like, I got my money. I like went there, and she's like standing over my back, like watching me and shit. I'm like, get out of here! Like, I like didn't take any money. I went back. I was like, bro, get out of the car, man. I was like, I got a bad feeling. I was like, we're about to get fucked. Like, I got a bad feeling. Let's fucking roll, dude. Let's get a taxi back. And he got out, and he's like, what the fuck, man? He's like, dude,
cock-blocking motherfucker.
He's like, that was about to be that could have been the best time of our life. I was like, I don't think so. We had
the worst too.
We had this guy pick us up, this fucking taxi driver, and he was like, yeah, man. He's like, we told him, he's like, oh, dude, I heard that shit before. He's like, I picked up somebody got robbed by someone just like that. They put a gun right in their face. I was like, yeah, see, man, I told you.
Come on, dude. Like, where in America do chicks pull up and be like, you want to party? I mean, doesn't happen a whole lot.
Nope.
But, of course, you got to say, yeah. You got to dip your toes in the water. See what about to shake down.
And then I got robbed for $900 and fucking Atlanta, clean my bank account out.
I remember that. You called me, dude, Hammer, I think I need to quit drinking. What happened? I got flipped. I got rolled. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? These chicks took me. Like, what, like you banged 2 chicks at once? No, man. They robbed me. I'm like, say what? Yeah, they robbed me. I called the cops, told them what happened. They laughed at me. Oh, dude. Oh, that's so funny. I'm sorry.
It is funny.
You can laugh at it now, at least.
It is fucking funny.
That was crazy.
Man, that's my life, bro. That's all I know.
My life got kind of boring as of late. I just go to, like, legendary rock shows and
do you see the study that came out that if you go to rock shows regularly, you're generally, or people that go to rock shows regularly or concerts are more happy
than everyone else.
They're generally more happy, live more positive lives.
I get that. I mean,
still hitting.
It's not really. There's a little smidge there.
Hit some of that. Let me hit some of this Black and Mild, Mr. Shane Hammer. So what's new in your life, bro? What's going on? What's going to happen in the near future on the Hammer brand?
I don't know, dude.
You got some videos coming, obviously, with your character.
No, easy, bro.
What?
Ixnay on the character. No, I figured instead of dropping one episode every fucking 6 months, year, whatever, that it'd be better to collaborate a bunch, a couple years of footage and try to put out a couple, episodes at one time. But what I got, it's, the hunting show platform's so fucking boring anymore. It's, everything's the same, it's the same far as, all right, well, this is what we're doing in this scene. We're hunting a fucking pit cornfield that they just picked fucking 2 fucking days ago. And there should be we got these big bucks on camera, on trail camera. We put those out in fucking August, man. We got all these great pictures of. We got this 10-pointer, this 12-pointer. We're hoping one of these 2 fucking show up tonight. And then the fucking deer comes out and they shoot it, and then they show the video of them trailing it, and that's it. It's it's cool watching people shoot deer and shit, but there's certain shows out there that fucking really capture your imagination. And you almost feel like you're there with them. And there's only a handful of those shows, and like the standard platform, for me, it doesn't seem like I'm being very creative or original to where I don't know what the fuck to do with them. I got all this great footage, but it's almost like the magnitude I want my videos to be at, I'm not there yet.
I know that feeling.
It's like, what do I do with this if I'm going to do something with it that, there's nothing wrong with the footage I got. I could put something out there very good, but overall, what I want to do with, I don't have that footage yet. And it's, my best work's going to be ahead of me yet, so it's kind of frustrating to get creative knowing what you want to do, you can't exactly do just yet, so it kind of puts the damper on your day of, you know, your creative process and how to go about it. So I'm not 100% sure on what all I'm going to do with my footage. It's never going to be perfect. I know once I hit upload to YouTube and go back and watch it, I know there's things that I would have liked to done different, but at this point I'm limited with my resources, so it's like do the best I can do or hang back and hopefully get some more footage and maybe get more ideas of what to do, you know, because, you know, your standard 22-minute hunting show on TV is just, you're pushing products. That's all you're doing. You're just pushing little hunting gadgets. And it takes the art form out of what you're trying to do, you know. Once you sign on to a sponsor, it's the sponsor show. They tell you what to do, you know, basically. So, you know, yeah, it'd be fucking awesome to have a sponsor, but it's also, you know, it's nice to have the freedom to say what I want, do what I want, show what I want, and go about it. It's just, how do I want to go about it right now? That's kind of the crossroad I'm at. I'm not even pondering it. I'm pondering it, like thinking of ideas and stuff, but I haven't given it a deep train of thought and sat down with a note tablet and started writing shit yet. And I was basically just going to wait till after the first of the year to even just kind of hang back. Then after the first of the year, I got some good ideas what to do, and I'm basically do a sample run with one thing, and if I like it, I might go back to my old footage and kind of use that and sample that back into the same platform. But I think I honestly think a sketch comedy hunting show would be, because I'm a little comedian inside. Like, I'm not gonna lie and pretend like it wouldn't be cool to get up on stage and just tell fucked up stories about my life, about the time I fucking thought I killed my turkey with a rock after it tried tackling my face. Like, I mean, there's weird fucking things.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
okay,
yeah, I'd be all down for
I'm you know,
like that.
I'm a crazy, you know, I'm all about hunting. You know, my whole life's about hunting. I lost my virginity at hunting camp. Like, you can't make that shit up. Like, there's just too many funny things in my life that I could put in, you know, into some kind of sketch comedy to where, you know, you got comedy bits and then fucking you go back into the hunting. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I know I got enough footage for at least 4 episodes. It's just, how do I want to go about it?
Well, I know what you're saying. Like, where it's like I'm not at that level. Like, that's how I feel about the podcast. Like, what I hear, like, see in my brain and like what I imagine, like, is nowhere where I'm close to, or like do it, or like the numbers. Like, I may have used to get a lot better numbers than I do now. You know, it's just like, it's not what I envision, but I try my best, you know, for as much money as I can put into it without being a millionaire.
What do you mean? You don't have $1 million? No. What the fuck, dude? Me either. Your friends can't teach you to be a millionaire if your friends aren't millionaires. So, goal in life is get a millionaire friend.
Yeah, hang out with the rich kids. Those are always the fun kids. Have a good time. Yeah, it's funny we talked about Paul Fay. The ghost of Paul Fay still walks the roads, man.
Hey, did you see Chappelle on SNL?
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome, wasn't it?
I thought so. I thought it was pretty badass. Did a good job. You dug it?
Dude, I thought every sketch was fucking spot on, dude. The fucking one where they brought them all the characters back, and the Walking Dead dude was gonna bash their brains in to get down to fucking Clayton Bigsby, and he was like, "Smells like we got ourselves a nigger here." And he's like, "I don't think you've realized it, son, but you're black too." And he's like, "Well, I like to think this hat says otherwise," and it's a Trump hat, "Make America Great Again." I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is epic.
Yeah, it was pretty. He did a pretty badass job bringing 3 specials to Netflix.
Yeah, but are they going to be old things?
2 of them are old, one's brand new.
That's cool.
2 of them are but they said
everyone thought he's like, everyone's just like, oh, he don't do shit. No, dude, he goes on the road and does, you know, he does comedy
especially
tours.
of late, he's been
but he just doesn't put anything out. He hasn't done any specials, and I think like finally he like feels comfortable again enough to start putting stuff out. But yeah, he never quit doing stand up. I mean, a couple years, but fuck, if I had enough money to quit my job a couple years, duh, I'd be gone.
Hell yeah, man. It's a celebration. What would you now if you came down to it though? If you had to fight like this thing I seen this guy, you went out and check his mailbox, and right when he was getting his mail, he felt a ground rumble. Looked down in the sewer drain. There's a fucking alligator, 8-foot alligator in his fucking sewer drain. Looking at him hissing, made the fucking ground rumble. I mean, like something like that comes at you. You ain't got a weapon, what you doing?
Run zigzags.
You running zigzags?
You run zigzags. Because an alligator can run up to 45 miles per hour in a straight line. But if you run zigzags, that's zigzag because they'll keep following you. And if you zigzag back and forth, they can only do that 3-4 times before they're like, oh, dude, fuck this guy.
Really?
Yep. You run zigzags. Jump in a fucking tree. But me, personally, I'd turn around and I'd fucking, like, elbow it. And then maybe, like, take its back, choke it out.
You take the thing head on.
Yeah. I mean, well, what you do, you wait for it to, like jump at you, and you do, like, a fucking somersault right over top of its upper jaw. Roll right down the back. Hit them with an elbow as you come across the head. Hip down real quick. And then rear naked choke. No more problem with the gator.
I thought you grabbed him by the tail and swung him around your head like 20 times and fucking off out of the
planet.
planet.
I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old.
Yeah.
You know, I'd throw a hip out or some shit doing that. I'd go to the fucking chiropractor next 2 weeks.
You never know, man.
Check this out, dude. I thought about doing this crazy shit because, like, the internet's so fucking awesome. You can buy anything. Like,
True.
I started, like, because, like, once I, like, jumped in the foxhole, like pet fox. And I'm like, well, whatever. Pet alligator. Pet poisonous snake. Pet. You know, I started Googling all this shit, dude. Yeah. You can fucking get anything, dude. And you can get you can get alligators mailed to your house.
Yeah. It's king cobras. Probably mailed to your house.
You could get alligators mailed to your house. And I thought about raising one, try to get it up to about 6 feet, and then go turn it loose in a pond, and then go out there and shoot it, and then cook it and eat it.
You'd be like those guys in the fucking Bayou show. What is that? Alligator hunters. They just take a shotgun, stick it right to the head, and blow its brains out.
I think they just use a 22, but yeah.
What's a 22? Is that a handgun?
Well, no, a 22 is just a caliber. It's like the smallest caliber. It's like what you shoot like fucking squirrels with and shit. But
you just put it right to its head and
you
pull the trigger. Can't escape the wrath of death.
Nope.
Hot metal death.
Nope.
Not many can, motherfuckers.
But
you should be able to have the right to defend yourself. You should be able to have the right to fucking have your own gun.
Yeah, they say the right to bear arms, man. That's against like evil government and against animals, man. You take away the guns, dude. How are we supposed to protect ourselves against bears and shit, man?
Fuck yeah.
Like, oh, we have no guns. Oh, grizzly bears have killed more people this year than like fuck all that shit. What,
especially with the
world,
world,
use
especially the
bow
world,
and arrow when the grizzly bears figure out we don't have guns.
Especially especially the world we're living in right now. You got to be able to defend yourself, dude. In case shit goes down, somebody comes out
from my cold dead hands. That's the only way they're getting mine, dude. The day they try to come take my guns, the day I go to war.
What would you do if you were in a fucking situation like the mall? I mean, I'm not talking Sandusky, like airport or something, and the fucking terrorists come out, start shooting people. What would you do? You're not armed.
Well, I'm at an airport for one, so you wouldn't have a gun on you. But if I was at an airport going somewhere, more than likely I'm going hunting, so I would have a gun on me, and I hopefully haven't checked it yet. And I'd hide out.
John McClane it?
No, fuck no, dude. I ain't trying to be no fucking hero, dude. Straight up, dude. I'm like ketchup packet on my neck, laying there, dude. And then like if one gets too close, yeah, dude, I'm gonna bust out my like my Navy SEAL training. I mean, I didn't go to the Navy or do SEALs, but like I might have the skills of them. I can break that shit out.
You can break it out?
Yeah. Stab a motherfucker with a pen, real quiet like. Grab his AK-47, like put his body on top of my body and just
kill a couple
like,
of his minions.
But yeah, dude, in like a real situation, even if like if I had a gun, like and a dude like in a supermarket or some shit, I ain't trying to engage. Take the money and get the fuck out of here, dude. They're insured. Fucking get gone, man. Here's my shit, dude. I don't give a fuck. Couple $100. Here's the PIN number.
Ain't worth death, huh?
But
See,
as soon as you start popping that gun off, fuck yeah, dude. I'm popping mine off too. But if you're like you just run in there and jacking some change, here you go, bro. Here's all the cash I got.
I'm the guy trying to be the hero, dude. Trying to get the gun, save the day.
It's probably more than likely what would happen. But I like to think I would play it smart and hide behind the fucking potato chips.
See, but that mine would be. Oh, he tried valiantly, then he failed, and he got shot in the head. They killed him.
I don't fucking carry a gun anywhere. I'm not all paranoid anymore. Back in the day when I did a lot of drugs, I used to sleep with a gun. Just because I had one to sleep with. Now, I mean, they're handy. Like, there's probably a gun in every room in my house. Ready to go. But there's no paranoia behind it. That's just...
So it's just ready. Even no matter what the world would be like today, you'd still be just chilling the same way.
For sure. I mean, if shit got crazier, I might bring the guns in a little closer. Maybe start wearing a quick draw or something. Nice holster.
What do you think America looks like in the next 2 years? What do you think?
Not a fucking clue, dude. Hopefully a little better, but probably the same. Be right on schedule. Train's gonna keep on chugging down the tracks. Hopefully there won't be no more wars, but I'm sure there will be, and I'm sure the draft comes back, and I gotta bounce into the mountains. I'm like, fuck you, because the draft is just slavery. When someone tells you to go do something, like, oh, you gotta be patriotic, son. Fuck that shit, dude. We're smart enough that we can figure this shit out without fucking bombing each other.
Should be able to.
I mean, we should be smart enough, but governments hold education from the people. Like, for instance, dude, when I started digging into sacred geometry shit, why in the fuck weren't they teaching that us in school? Sacred geometry covers science and math in one thing, dude. It starts at the beginning, and it's crazy. Like,
I have no idea what you're talking about. Sacred geometry.
It's just okay, like the Fibonacci sequence. All right,
I've heard that name. I don't know what it means.
That's the Fibonacci was a mathematician, scientist, whatever kind of dude. Well, he discovered the spiral and nautilus shells, the sunflower seeds have it. Like, there's so many flowers that it's the spiral, and I'm not sure if they call it. I don't think it's not the flower of life. That's something different. But anyways, it's basically a mathematical equation. It's but the way the spiral works or whatever, like so many numbers, it'll go like, it goes 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and then when it hits the certain number, it repeats, and then it'll start all over, and it's in like everything. And then you have like the flower of life, okay, and that's like what you see on DMT, like, and it basically, what it resembles is when, like, the start of it, like, it's got like 13 things before it'll like go to the next level and start another like section. It resembles the cells taking life when an egg is fertilized with sperm. The first cell starts, and then the second, then the third, and it literally is the start of the flower of life in the start of our life. And it forms in the shape of cells, and then once it hits that certain number, it's goes into like the next stage of the cells.
Wow.
But it's like in fucking everything, dude. What? And it's all based on math too. So it's like basically the language of the universe. like even if like we met aliens that were a billion years more advanced than us, they would know this shit. If you wouldn't be able to evolve and figure out things if you didn't figure this shit out. Like math is the language of the universe. You know, it doesn't matter what kind of civilization, what kind of creature. If you're an advanced civilization that builds shit, you have to figure out math, and it's the same everywhere. But yeah, sacred geometry, it's, you know, ancient geometry. It's the start of, you know, math and shit like that, you know, and it's, you know, the start of the universe. It's crazy shit.
Never really heard of that.
And like I said, I'm not a smart person, and I can't really explain this shit, but it makes sense to me. I just can't put it in words for other people to make sense of it.
It's really interesting, though. There's things that are like mythology and shit too that are like, what do you think about like the Holy Grail? Do you believe or something like that?
Well, the Grail was the mushroom. Okay, when you think of the Grail, it's a golden cup that would hold holy water. All right. Well, my theory, you know, not just my theories, just through my experiences, you know, I stumbled on this and did more research and figured out I'm not the only crazy person in the world that believes this shit. And but basically, the body of Christ was the mushroom, and the blood of Christ was the rainwater that collected in the dried up mushroom as the cap made a veil, hence the Holy Grail. And, well, I guess they call it the Grail, not the veil. That's, the veil falls off. But once the mushroom cap dries out, it'll, you know, curl up and it'll form like a bowl shape. It'll collect rainwater, and then you drink that rainwater, hallucinate, and have a big religious experience. So, yeah, that's what the Holy Grail is.
Crazy, man. So you think it's just people tripping? That was what the Holy Grail was?
Well, see, like, Christianity was just a mushroom cult. You know, I'm not quite sure if Jesus Christ was even real, because the Egyptian god, I think Ra or some shit, has the same storyline, you know, and basically you know, they worship the sun, and Christianity is kind of based off that, because on the winter solstice, you know, that's when the god died, and it was at the lowest point in the sky for 3 days. Hence, you know, God died and then rose 3 days later, because then, you know, that was the winter solstice or equinox or whatever, marking, you know, the peak of winter. And now it's, your days get brighter every day. It stays a couple minutes brighter every day, and that's the God rising. So if Jesus was a real person, he was just going around giving people mushrooms and then dropping some fucking sweet knowledge and truth on them. And yeah, I mean, because even with my mushroom experiences, they become very spiritual, or like I'll see like images in my head, like, you know, I recall one like resembling the Garden of Eden, and like it was like the way I seen it wasn't like this cool psychedelic like whoa kind of, it was just like an image that like popped in my head and stayed there for a minute that I can examine, and it looked like an ancient map of the Garden of Eden. It was all colorful. You could see the serpents. You could see, you know, the fruit. You could, you know, and like I'm like, dude, this is crazy, you know. But I knew right away. I'm like, dude, this is the Garden of Eden, and you know, that's a pretty religious experience on mushrooms, you know. And
do you believe it was Garden of Eden?
Oh, 100%. I know it was.
So you believe in Adam and Eve then?
No. That doesn't add up. But what the Garden of Eden resembles is like almost like a peace and serenity, like the beginning of time, the beginning of civilized man, you know, resembled a good time. It wasn't so much like the story's been watered down. Like, for instance, the forbidden fruit wasn't a fucking apple. It was the forbidden fruit was the fruit of knowledge. Well, when I eat mushrooms, I feel a shit ton smarter. I get these theories, and things make so much more sense, and everything adds up, and it's just like, whoa, you're just getting dumped with knowledge. And that's, you know, through my experience, that it pointed the fingers at that, and then you would see like this ancient like artwork and stuff of, you know, Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, you know, straddling a mushroom with a serpent going around the mushroom and shit like that. And the serpent, you know, basically I think resembles God, as in far as, you know, we die, we just go back to our scale. You know, like our energy just feeds back into the, you know, the higher power, and it's like a little cocoon till it's your time to shine again. You know, your energy just is absorbed into God's higher energy, and it's,
you know, to me, the thing that really,
like, see, I don't not to cut you off,
Go
like
ahead.
when I say God, I don't think like a white-headed dude in the clouds.
Yeah.
It's like you remember that glob fucking thing in Star Wars in the cantina, what, Jabba the Hutt?
yeah,
Okay, picture like a psychedelic thing like that. Like just a massive energy flying through space in a different dimension. And when you die, you go to that dimension and it's just a glob of energy where we all go. And then you just get sucked into that energy, and you know, there's telekinesis. You can communicate with like your, you know, grandfathers, your lost friends, and it's almost kind of like a Matrix kind of thing. It's like you're putting the goggles on to like take a rest, you know.
yeah.
But everyone, you know, people use religion as a form of control and fucked everything up to where if you want a real religious experience, go eat some mushrooms and lock yourself in your fucking bedroom and turn on some Tool. I bet you it happens.
Yeah, I don't know. My thing is like some of these people, they're so hardcore in what they believe, but if they're not hurting anybody, that's how I feel like. I know people. It is what it is. I mean, if that's what they want to believe. But when you tell me the Earth's only 4,000 years old or 6,000 years old, it's like dinosaurs are 165 million years old. They said amphibians. I think amphibians are before reptiles. Amphibians are 600 million years
They
old.
came out of the water first.
600
and then
million
they
years old.
Evolved into reptiles.
600 million.
You can't even wrap your fingers around that.
No,
you know,
dude.
That's an absurd number.
But then people are gonna tell you that no, they were all everything was what it was.
And you say they're not hurting anyone. Well, I kind of feel like they are, because they've been brainwashed to believe something that someone else wanted them to believe in order for control. I mean, Bill Burr had the greatest bit about it. He was like, they cram all this shit in your head when you're a little person that there's a tooth fairy, there's Santa Claus, there's the Easter Bunny. Of course there's a fucking big white bearded guy that lives in the fucking clouds you go visit when you die. And then everyone forgets about Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, all that's all make up, but they hold on to that one thing, that there's this person in the sky that can see everything you fucking do, and you better behave. And, you know, fucking, that's spot on. And it's like, I consider I'm a very spiritual person, and I've had a lot of big religious experiences, but they were never in a church. I mean, the fuck wants to go get ass raped in a church?
No, but seriously, I mean, everything that I ever, I mean, I had good times when I was little, meeting people and shit and stuff like that.
I'm not saying, that's...
But churches that I belong to or a part of, I seen them steal money. I seen them, you know, screw people over, and there's multiple different kinds of churches, different religions, and it's just, you know, beg for money. I mean,
they don't even tax the churches,
dude. My dad told me. My dad
scam right there.
My dad told me that the church came. They're like, hey, they asked if they could come over, or whatever. So my parents made them dinner. They came in over and they had a contract. Asked my dad to sign it. Promised them like 10% of his yearly earnings
Yeah,
to the church because he has a successful business.
yeah.
It's like what my dad was like, no. He's like, I don't think we're any part of your church anymore.
That's what like
They
the
expect
church-
that of
yeah,
every
yeah.
person that
Like
goes.
you want to
that-
get married in a church, you got to belong to that church. You got to give 10% of your like earnings to the church every week. Like that's what the offering plate's for. It's a fucking scam, dude.
This is a scam.
Eat mushrooms, lock yourself in your room, put your cell phone in the microwave.
That's what I
Put
all
on
the
10,000
time-
Days from Tool, and I guarantee it, you'll fucking have a religious experience.
all the time. I fucking
Have you ever had like a religious experience on shrooms? Because like when I party with people on shrooms, like a lot of times they're not even on the same page as me. Like not even reading the
I've
same
really never had
book.
a
I mean,
religious
yeah,
experience.
like we have like fun
my
with it,
experience
but
was like my experience that I've always had is on shrooms. Like my good trips are like I'm one with everything.
yeah,
Like I can feel the pulses of everything. Everything's moving. The desk is moving. The fucking
Yeah.
walls are moving.
you
Everything.
sense the atoms that hold everything together.
Yeah,
You get down
bro.
to a molecular
Yeah, you look at
level.
your hand. You can see you can feel your blood cells
Yeah.
moving through your underneath.
You
Your
almost
skin
feel
and
your
shit.
hair grow.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, straight up. Yeah, that's what I always get, and it's just like, all right, that's when you realize you're like, whoa, this place is way bigger than what I thought. Like,
Yeah.
maybe what I'm seeing ain't what I'm seeing. Like, this place is everything is.
Remember
is its
Robert
own
Plant,
thing.
dude? I mean, that was almost a religious experience, but like an evil religious experience.
It was a fucking religious experience. It was
Like,
pretty.
there was definitely a conflict between good and evil in that night air.
Yeah, it was
But-
weird. That was a weird, funky night. That was so
Like
badass.
I just remember getting like. 'cause
What do you ever know about this? The Led Zeppelin stole their lyrics or stole some of their songs. Have you heard any of this?
Yeah, they stole them all.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But who gives a shit?
They
They,
were-
they took them and made them better.
They're one of the
I
greatest
mean,
bands
they
of
were
all
songs
time.
no one was ever gonna hear, and they took them and made them better. I mean,
when
they
I found that out, it kind of bummed me out.
it bummed me out too, but I thought it was more gangster. Like, fuck you guys, we're rock and roll, we're taking this shit.
I'm going to show you how you need to play this song.
But I mean, none of those songs. I mean, what they are, most of them were folk songs that everyone played. That a lot of like "Stairway to Heaven" and shit, like that was a folk song. Like, but yeah, they took like parts of a folk song, and then Jimmy Page grabbed his guitar, shredded it, made it theirs, and then went on with the rest of the song. But they were being, I'm not gonna say what they did was right because they wrote some amazing shit. I mean,
Definitely.
fucking No Quarter, fucking Cashmere. I mean, some of the craziest fucking shit in the fucking world right there, dude. I think Cashmere, I mean, No Quarter is one of my favorite songs, but Cashmere, dude, that's fucking make your butthole pucker up, dude.
Definitely. Some of the best.
When they played it in their reunion tour, their DVD celebration day, when they play Cashmere there, dude, they got like this giant fucking jumbotron, dude, and fucking like this, just what the screen's doing, dude. It's like, oh, dude, it just thinking about it just makes me want to dive headfirst in a bag of mushrooms and turn that shit on because it's so fucking badass. And what's even more badass, they know it's badass. When Plant's fucking singing this shit, dude, you can fucking see it in his face. He's like, I'm melting everyone's mind right now. It's so fucking dope.
Well, you could tell that's how, like, when we seen him, he could control the.
Controls the crowd. Like,
Yeah, he
oh,
knows.
dude.
He just, I mean, he controls the atmosphere. He
Yeah.
controls.
He controls your trip.
Yeah.
He's like a shaman.
Yeah.
And like when he got the entire crowd doing spirit fingers, I swore we were levitating.
Yeah.
I swore we were levitating. For like 2 weeks, I was convinced that he wasn't even human, that he was an angel that got kicked out of heaven for partying too much in heaven. They scorched off his wings, and they said the only way you can get back into heaven is you got to rock every day. And
I think he told me this that night, too.
and I was like, man, I don't think I should tell people this. And then like 3
definitely
weeks
told me.
went by, and I'm like, all right, man, I think it was a little too much. He's probably human, but he's a special human being. Let's talk about McCartney for a minute, man.
All right, man.
We see Paul McCartney came to Cleveland. He played two consecutive nights, and we're sitting there, and I was kind of, a lot of those older guys, they'll put on like an hour show, And it's just kind of a thing, you know. Yeah, I got to see those people. You know, I seen Bob Dylan. It was a shit show, dude. I was kind of convinced, like, this dude could be a fucking an imposter. And then he was like, hey, all right. And I'm like, yeah, that's Dylan. It was horrible. But we were sitting there waiting for the fucking show to start. And I was kind of curious what the set list looked like, dude. I popped up from the night before, and 32 fucking songs, 2.5 hours. I'm like, holy shit. And it was fucking amazing. You know, he would play a song, then he would tell you a story about how they wrote the song, and then he was always telling stories in between the songs, and like he'd tell you about, you know, how he met Jimi Hendrix, and just the fact that like we're in a room with someone. I mean, put aside that he was in the fucking Beatles. We're just in a room with someone who actually was alive and met Jimi Hendrix.
He's talking about Eric Clapton.
Yeah, talk about me and Eric. Dude, it was... But what captivated me... See, I've had a great relationship with the song Live and Let Die. I had this horrible mushroom trip when I was like 19. And I was tripping for the Super Bowl. Don't ask me why. I had this dream. We were all tripping for the Super Bowl. And I told everyone, we need to get some shrooms and watch the Super Bowl. And everyone looked at me like I was a fucking retard. Anyways... My friend left these mushrooms at my house, so I just kind of confiscated them, which I later regret. But looking back on it, you know, 10 years later, fucking, it was the time of my life. But it was, you know, I was having this horrible trip watching the Super Bowl, you know, seeing all this money go to waste that could, you know, cure hunger, and, you know, just millions and millions of dollars just for ads. It's just like this evil amongst it. And then Paul McCartney comes out and, like, is basically what I heard was like, hey, Shane, it's going to be all right. I'm going to make it all good. And I'm like, what? Paul McCartney, halftime show? I'm like, holy shit, I'm tripping on mushrooms. This is live. Like, this is what I was supposed to see. This is why I had a dream. And, like, because I went back and watched the video later, and what I seen was nothing like it, dude. I thought they were doing, like, holograms on stage. Like, I was seeing, like, spirits of, like, dead rock stars come across the stage. And, like, the whole crowd was singing. But, like, I couldn't even see the crowd. You could just see, like, the stage, and the crowd was just nothing but tie-dye. But like it was like so peaceful, so beautiful, like singing "Hey Jude" and everything. I'm like, dude, this is just magical. But then when he played "Live and Let Die," and those flames shot up, and it's "Live and Let Die," boom, boom. When that fucking happened, dude, it was Exorcist on his head, dude. It was a flaming skull turned around, said, "Your life's gonna be a living hell." And that's when I turned the fucking TV off, went and locked myself in my room, and tripped out for another 8 hours. Awesome fucking time. That's a different story though. Anyways, when they fucking played that song live in concert, was the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen. It, you know, out of all the bands, everything I've ever seen, you know, I'm not saying that was the greatest concert I've ever seen. I'm not even ranking that, trying to put it in my top 5 because obviously it's Paul fucking McCartney. Let's just set that one off to the side and brag about it. You don't have to like, oh, was that a good show? You just say, hey, I seen Paul McCartney. People go, no fucking shit. They don't ask you, was it a good show? They just go, no fucking shit. And you're just like, yeah, right. And but when they played "Live and Let Die," that is the best single song I've ever seen performed in my entire life. The Jumbotron, the visuals they had going, the fucking lasers, the fucking pyrotechnics, the fucking funky din 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 was fucking amazing. And to have my best friend Rowdy Radloff right by my side was fucking even better. And the Maui we did was pretty decent. Made me pee a lot, but it was fucking awesome.
It was a fucking kick-ass time, dude. I've seen some greats with you, dude. I've seen some fucking legends.
I got a ticket to go see Roger Waters this summer, man.
Yeah, I gotta get one. I gotta get on it.
I got a dope-ass seat, too. It's in the VIP section. It's like the only seat. It was like a single seat right next to the aisle. I always love the aisle seats. That way I can kind of stand in the aisle and rock out a little bit, not be crowded.
Paul McCartney. Oh, my God. Oh, you were like standing there, you had your shirt off, you're like sweating profusely, like, oh my God.
Robert Plant.
Oh my God.
That was Robert Plant.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He was like, when he just came to the stage. I felt
like a little girl, dude. Like, it was like 10 minutes before Plant's coming on. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I'm about to see Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin. Oh my God, 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 oh my God. And I'm jumping up and down, like clapping my hands like a little fairy faggot.
When you came out and he was like on the stage and it was dark still, you were just, yeah, that's when it got really intense.
That, seeing Tool the second time in St. Louis, first time I seen Tool blew my mind. The second time, I could kind of start figuring shit out. What's up with these fucking guys? They're fucking, My opinion, it goes Zeppelin, Tool, Pink Floyd, greatest rock bands of all time, and in that order. But like seeing Tool, it's just so there's no concert in the world like it. It's so amazing. There's no other show in the world like it. With seeing Plant, seeing McCartney, but I think seeing Plant was probably was the dopest experience ever.
Definitely, man.
And to be in the fifth row on a head full of shrooms, can't really top that.
No.
Not too many life
VIP fucking
experiences.
front seat. Fucking sweet, dude. Yeah, there were certain things that happen in your life, and that's one of those ones where you never forget it.
Damn, bro, 2.5 hours. This is a goddamn Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, dude, this
Putting
is
people
epic.
to sleep, probably.
This is dude. We fucking keeping people entertained, man. Keeping people going. You got anything else you want to add, man?
No. It was a good podcast, man. Congratulations on your 100th one, man. Proud of you.
Thank you so much, man. I'm going to keep it up, keep them rolling. Keep going on to the fucking 2017, you know? You know what I'm saying? 2017, the RowdCAST is coming, man. We're coming bigger, we're badder, fucking crazier than ever. I'm Rowdy Radloff. Thank you for joining me for the 100th episode of the RowdCAST. I couldn't ask for a better person to be here with me. I hope it was a good conversation. I'm sure you fucking loved it. I'm sure it made you laugh. I love y'all. This will be it for the rest of the year. We'll be done, okay? So, we'll see you in 2017 with plenty more RowdCAST worthy shit. I love y'all. Keep listening. Share my shit. Listen to me. iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, all those motherfucking places. You can find the RowdCAST. Please like me, share me to all your friends, and pass it on. You guys are the shit. At the end of the day, I love every one of you, and I love every nation, every person. You guys are sweet. This is Rowdy Radloff. I'm signing off. And I have to say, stay weird.